So our boy Ijin is gaming with some new friends, which is kinda wild considering he just got back to normal life. He's surprised to be hanging out with them at a game room, and Seoha admits she didn't expect it either. Someone's hyping up Seoha, saying she's surprisingly nice, and honestly, Ijin seems a little flustered by the praise. Ijin's already plotting his victory, straight up declaring he has no mercy for trolls. This is gonna be good. But the other gamers are warning Ijin not to reveal he's a gamer, because apparently it could ruin his career. Ijin's kinda roasting the warning, but Seoha starts laughing and giggling, and it's a whole mood. Seoha's just enjoying the chaos, and Ijin's about to unleash his inner gamer, no doubt. Ijin's all smiles, ready to dominate, and those other dudes are about to get wrecked. However, Ijin's about to show them what a real gamer looks like, and it's going to be epic. And Seoha's just cracking up, knowing exactly what our boy is capable of. She's living for this. Ijin and Seoha are driving, and she's still reeling from whatever just happened at the game room. The other gamers are totally fawning over Seoha, saying she's so cool, and Ijin is just there. Seoha casually admits she doesn't really have friends, which is kinda sad considering she's a star. She explains she's been a trainee since middle school and too busy to make connections. No way. Ijin realizes she's totally alone, and it hits him harder than he lets on, honestly. She says she sometimes hangs out with coworkers, but they aren't real friends and it's rough. Ijin tells her this was actually fun, thanks to her, and bro is actually showing some emotion. Seoha looks over at Ijin, clearly touched, and asks if he's still in shock. She reads him so well. Ijin just stares out the window, looking all broody and mysterious, but we know he cares. He finally cracks a tiny smile, and it's a small moment, but it's huge for this dude. Ijin offers to get his little sister a birthday present, and Seoha's immediately impressed. This dude is a sweetheart. Seoha reveals she's an only child, and Ijin's face falls. He clearly gets what it's like to be alone. Ijin offers to drop her off, but she brushes it off, saying it's unnecessary and she can manage. He insists anyway, and his car speeds off, leaving Seoha stunned. Bro doesn't take no for an answer. Ijin claims he's fine, keeping his cool as always, but Seoha sees right through his stoic facade. She says she'll get herself home once he's escorted her to MS Cha's, but Ijin's got other plans. Ijin's got this intense stare going on, and Seoha's clearly confused. What is he thinking? Suddenly, Ijin slams on the brakes, sending Seoha flying forward, straight up out of nowhere. There's a thud as Seoha hits the dashboard, and Ijin's expression is unreadable, which is concerning. And honestly, this is a disaster. Seoha is definitely not okay, and Ijin looks like he's regretting everything. Ijin calmly tells Seoha that he'd like to see MS Cha, which is intense to say the least. Seoha says it's okay, but she's clearly giving him the side eye. This is getting weird. He addresses her as MS Cha, and she's totally thrown. What is this dude playing at? Ijin's stare intensifies, and he delivers the line about wanting to see MS Cha again, no joke. Seoha just stares back, looking super confused. She has no idea what's happening right now. They pull up to a massive, luxurious house, and Ijin's driver is waiting. This is next level. As they step out of the car, another man approaches, and things are getting tense. Something's up. The man tells Ijin to step aside, but our boy doesn't even flinch. He's not backing down. Ijin casually raises a hand, revealing a nasty scar, and it's clear he's not messing around. The other man immediately backs off, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Ijin is terrifying. Ijin insists he's fine, but Seoha doesn't buy it for a second. She's totally suspicious. Seoha says she'll wait, but her inner thoughts reveal she's worried about Ijin getting involved. She's clearly holding something back, and Ijin is straight up picking up on the vibe. Seoha tries to brush it off, saying she's really okay, but her eyes tell a different story. She reveals she hasn't even bothered to call him back, which is a low blow. Ouch. Ijin thinks about how he can't drag her into his world, but that doesn't seem to be working. And then thud, a car slams on its brakes, and the tension is through the roof. Seoha's face drops, and you can tell something bad just went down. She repeats that she's fine, but it's a desperate attempt to hide something huge. Ijin's expression is stone cold. This dude is about to unleash a world of pain. Ijin's got this unsettling smirk on his face. He's definitely enjoying making this guy sweat. He tells the guy not to push it, saying he has limits too, but we all know that's probably a lie. Ijin straight up stares him down and bro looks genuinely terrified. This is escalating fast. Okay, so our boy Ijin just had a run-in with some school bullies yesterday and it escalated big time. Suddenly, this super intimidating guy walks in with his crew and straight up calls Ijin out for the fight. He's all like, "Do you even know who you messed with?" And honestly, Ijin looks totally unfazed, which is awesome. This dude is livid, yelling about how Ijin thinks he can just talk his way out of trouble and then straight up spits. Turns out this guy is the head of marketing for KP Group, and KP Group just became a major investor in Seoha Cha's agency, so this is a problem. He continues laying it on thick, explaining just how connected he is, but Ijin just stares him down, totally stone-faced. The guy is getting red in the face, yelling more threats, but Ijin doesn't even flinch. This dude is ice cold. Then the guy and his crew just turn and walk away, leaving Ijin standing there, still completely unbothered. Ijin looks out the window and honestly you can tell he's already planning his next move. This is gonna be good. He's got that signature "I'm not worried" look and I'm here for it. Bro doesn't back down from anyone. So Ijin's manager is demanding he apologize to this marketing guy, Mr. Kai, immediately. Seoha Cha, the model, is straight up furious. She has a photo shoot today and this is a waste of time. She asks what this is even about and the manager explains it's because Ijin messed with one of KP Group's people. Mr. Kai looks shocked at her attitude, but Seoha doesn't care. She's not impressed by his status. He starts ranting about her being rude, but she just stares him down, totally unbothered. Seoha suddenly tightens her grip on her bag. She's clearly hiding something, and it's making things tense. Ijin steps in, saying it's understandable she's upset, and thanks Mr. Kai for being considerate. Smooth move, bro. However, Seoha's expression is intense. She's definitely not okay with this and something's brewing. She gives a sidelong glance, her eyes narrowed, and honestly, she looks like she's about to cause some chaos. She's playing it cool, but her eyes are saying, "I'm about to snap and I'm living for it." Ijin's manager is laying it on thick. He's been with KP Group since his trainee days and needs to sign the contract. Seoha's manager interjects, saying Ijin hasn't signed anything yet, and Seoha's expression is not happy. The manager insists they've adjusted the conditions in Ijin's favor, but Seoha is clearly not buying it. Seoha's thinking out loud, they're cornering Ijin again, and she's starting to lose it, honestly. Ijin explains he can't stand the idea of a violent person being around Seoha all day, and it's a choice. The manager tries to play it cool, saying, "Of course, sir," but Seoha's totally freaked out. Seoha demands to know what he's doing, and the manager blurts out it's not just about what happened with Mr. Kai. Seoha's jaw drops. She's clearly shocked by whatever the manager just revealed, and Ijin is watching everything unfold. She flinches and her eyes widen. This dude just dropped a bomb and she's reeling from it. No way. Seoha looks absolutely devastated, and something tells me this is about to get messy. Seoha is straight up losing it, accusing Ijin of being controlling and suspicious as ever. She claims his bodyguard is just that, a bodyguard, and she's had enough of him meddling after their breakup. Ijin's manager insists Seoha's upset about the contract renewal and tries to paint her as unreasonable. But Ijin shuts it down, saying there's no way she'd be bothered by that knowing he's signing it. He calls out the manager for implying Seoha's concerned about the contract, and bro, the tension is thick. Seoha demands to know what he's really doing, and the manager drops a bombshell. It's not just about Mr. Kai. No way. Seoha looks absolutely devastated, realizing the manager's revealing something huge from her past. She's completely shaken, and Ijin's watching her reaction like a hawk, seeing the damage being done. Seoha is reeling, and her expression is heartbreaking. Whatever the manager said clearly hit a nerve. She's speechless, and honestly, it's clear this is about someone she doesn't trust, someone violent. Ijin is totally focused on Seoha, realizing the manager is deliberately hurting her with information from her past. Seoha's spiraling. She reveals she's running from someone dangerous, someone who caused her family trauma. She's desperate to escape and starts practically running, ignoring everything else in the room. Ijin moves like lightning, grabbing her arm to stop her, but she's terrified and tries to pull away. She's convinced Ijin is just like her abuser and straight up accuses him of controlling behavior. Ijin's face is unreadable and he's holding back, letting her vent, but it's clear he's hurt by her words. She breaks free and practically flees, and Ijin doesn't chase her, just stares after her with a cold expression. The manager tries to play it cool, saying she'll calm down, but Ijin isn't having it. He's furious. Ijin turns on the manager, demanding to know everything about what he revealed to Seoha. This dude is not messing around. The manager just smirks, implying he did exactly what he was supposed to do, and honestly, it's infuriating. The manager lays down the law. Ijin is off Seoha's security detail, and SW Corp gets notified immediately. Ijin's expression is icy, and he's totally fixated on the manager. This dude is seething with rage. He demands to know what the manager told Seoha, but the manager just smirks, doubling down on his actions. Ijin's face cracks into a terrifying smile. It's a promise of pain, and honestly, the manager deserves everything coming. Okay, so Teenage Mercenary episode 63 starts with a bang. Literally, it feels like it. A bunch of suited-up guys are swarming the place, looking for someone, and it's super tense. One of the men is checking under a couch, like what's even happening, while another is clearly on edge. This dude, a higher-up, is sitting cool as a cucumber, but he's got a seriously sinister smile on his face. He's thinking someone is walking into a trap, and honestly, he seems way too pleased about it. But the guy he's talking about, he's already figured out the situation. He's assessed everything. Turns out this whole thing is a setup. They fabricated a stalker to try and renew MS Cha's contract. MS Char's not happy, and she calls them out on it, straight up accusing them of their scheme. The guys in suits are shocked, especially the big one in sunglasses. They didn't expect her to know. The higher-up finishes his thought. MS Char is their most valuable asset, and he'll do anything to keep her. Our boy knows MS Cha's been getting threats, and he's laying it all out for her now. MS Char's totally shocked. How does he even know all this stuff? No way. He's all business, telling her to turn off her phone, and honestly, it's a little intense. She's processing, but before she can react, a notification pops up on his phone, urgent. MS Cha's ex-manager is getting confronted by some seriously scary people. It's a setup. They're demanding he tell them who sent MS Cha the threats, but he's playing dumb. But the leader isn't buying it. He's threatening the manager, and things are escalating fast. Our boy is listening in on the call, and he's clearly not thrilled with how things are going. He asks MS Cha what she wants to do, and she's finally starting to formulate a plan. She's quiet for a moment, thinking it over, and you just know she's about to unleash something big. MS Cha's ex-manager is getting seriously roughed up, straight up pummeled, but he still won't spill the beans. But our boy is already moving, bursting through the door like a wrecking ball. He's not waiting for answers. He grabs the lead attacker, and honestly, this dude had it coming because our boy is furious. A full-on brawl erupts, punches are flying, bodies are hitting the floor. It's absolute chaos. MS Cha's ex-manager is terrified, watching our boy dismantle everyone, and he finally starts talking. He admits a shadowy figure paid him to send the threats, a guy named Troy, but he doesn't know much else. But before he can say more, another attacker tries to sneak up on our boy. Big mistake. Our boy flips him around with ease, and it's clear he's still in full combat mode. This isn't a normal fight. Suddenly, a car barrels toward them, and MS Cha's ex-manager is directly in the path. No way. However, our boy moves faster than the eye can see, shielding the manager and sending the car flying. MS Cha's ex-manager is still spilling, but a second attacker charges our boy. Talk about bad timing. Our boy grabs the attacker, but another one jumps in, and now it's a 2-on-1. This is getting intense. He throws one attacker into the other, creating space, but a third guy is already rushing him with a weapon. Our boy dodges, disarms the attacker, and delivers a brutal counter. This dude didn't see that coming. He sends the attacker flying, shattering a window, and the force of it sends glass everywhere. But before anyone can react, another bodyguard swings a fist at our boy. He's surrounded. Our boy effortlessly blocks the punch and retaliates with a lightning-fast strike. Pow, right to the jaw. The bodyguard staggers back, clearly stunned, but another attacker is already closing in, relentless. He's dodging and weaving through attacks, moving like a phantom, and honestly, it's a beautiful disaster. Our boy delivers a final, decisive blow, sending the last attacker crashing down. Mission accomplished, bro. Our boy spins, deflecting a wild swing and connecting with a devastating punch. Straight up lights out. The attacker stumbles back shocked, but another bodyguard immediately tries to capitalize. No rest for the wicked. He ducks under the attack, grabs the bodyguard's arm, and uses his momentum against him. Textbook technique. Our boy spins again, launching the bodyguard into the fray. It's a beautiful, brutal ballet. But the main guy, the seriously messed up one, is still standing, and he's furious. This dude charges with a weapon, but our boy sidesteps and delivers a kick right to the face. Ouch. The bodyguard reels, spitting blood, and tries to regain control, but our boy is relentless. He follows up with a blindingly fast series of strikes. It's honestly too much to keep up with. Our boy lands a final, earth-shattering blow, sending the bodyguard crashing down. That's gotta hurt. However, the guy is still conscious, but completely wrecked, and our boy isn't messing around anymore. Someone yells, "Watch out," but our boy is already moving, dodging a fast-moving attack. Seriously impressive reflexes. The attacker lunges again, but our boy anticipates it, twisting to avoid the blade. This dude is a pro. He counters with a lightning-fast strike, aiming for the attacker's pressure point, a precise and brutal move. The attacker stumbles, momentarily stunned, but our boy doesn't give him a chance to recover. No mercy here. Our boy unleashes a flurry of attacks, each one landing with devastating force. It's a whirlwind of destruction. He sends the attacker flying with a final, powerful blow, and honestly, this dude had it coming. The weapon goes flying, spinning through the air. A clean break, no way that's fixable. But the attacker isn't down for good. He's still trying to fight, fueled by pure rage. Our boy delivers another crushing blow, finally taking him down. The fight is over, for now at least. Okay, so our boy Ijin wakes up and he sleeps for 10 hours. This dude normally gets like 3 hours max because of a sleep disorder. He's totally shocked, but then his liar shows up and casually drops that she handled all the legal stuff with his old agency. She tells him he's free to pick whoever he wants to work with now, which sounds amazing, right? But it's not that simple. Apparently, the agency dispute was only half the battle, and things got way messier than he thought. No way, they discovered someone was threatening his parents too. Straight up messed up, and she says they took care of it. The KP group made it clear Mr. Kai was acting alone and made sure no harm will come to his family, thankfully. Ijin is still processing everything, looking pretty stunned, but honestly, this dude deserves some peace. His lawyer explains they figured out the threats and took necessary measures to keep everyone safe. So yeah, it sounds like this whole situation was way bigger than anyone realized, and Ijin's finally free from it all. Ijin's lawyer is asking why someone is going out of their way to help him, and bro looks suspicious. She admits their affiliate has been interested in working with him for a while. That's kinda creepy, right? We get a close-up of the lawyer's eye, and it's clear she's sizing Ijin up. She's definitely got an agenda. She's casually chilling in her room, then suddenly hops up and starts looking at a huge portrait of Ijin. What is going on? She's clearly been monitoring him, and it's unsettling, but she's got a whole operation running. Suddenly, a man from SW Corp shows up, and he's super eager to meet her. This is getting intense. The guy introduces himself as Soo-han Kang, and she just smiles back. She's playing it cool, but I don't trust it. She closes the door on him with a clank, and that smile doesn't reach her eyes. Something's definitely off. She's back to staring at Ijin's portrait, and now it's clear she's planning something big, but what? This whole situation is a web of secrets, and Ijin is right in the middle of it. This is gonna be wild. Soo-han Kang is now questioning her about Ijin, and she casually asks about him right back. Smooth lady. She tells him she's pleased to meet him, but her eyes are saying something totally different. She's calculating. They're talking about the role Ijin just took, and she points out as a big change from his previous work. She's digging for info. She asks what he thought when he first read the script, and Ijin admits he worried about capturing the character. A little vulnerable moment. She presses further, asking why the previous actor suddenly quit, and she's clearly fishing for a story. This is getting good. She reveals she's a huge fan of the original work, but it feels like a setup. She's hiding something, no way. She's thinking about why he left, and then wonders why he didn't even tell her. She's getting annoyed. She's smiling, but it's a creepy, knowing smile. I swear, this woman is playing 4D chess. She continues to grill Soo-han Kang about Ijin, and her tone is cold. She's not messing around. The lawyer is now completely focused on Ijin, and it's clear she sees him as a piece in her plan. This is escalating quickly. Okay, so SW Entertainment is signing Seo Cha. Huge news. But it gets way more intense because her old agency and a guy named Don Jun Kai have been taken care of. Apparently they were playing dirty, and this woman, the liar, has dirt on everyone to keep them quiet, which is terrifying. Jin thanks her for the info, but he's keeping it cool, saying he was just doing his duty to protect Seoha. Smooth move, bro. However, the liar isn't buying it for a second. She straight up says Mr. Park was grumbling about being woken up for this. Ijin's associate tries to play it off, but she's not having it. She knows exactly what went down, and she's calling him out. She announces she's leaving, and Ijin just nods. This is definitely not over, though, and the tension is insane. The associate is shocked, thinking Ijin would just coast through this job. However, he's clearly a force to be reckoned with. She's still analyzing Ijin, and honestly, she's planning something big, and it doesn't look good. She calls Mr. Park in the wee hours, and he's not happy about it. This lady doesn't care who she wakes up. Ijin is heading out, and you can tell this whole situation is about to blow up. Get ready, people. Ijin's phone buzzes. It's a message from Yi Hyung and Yeonchin asking if he was Seo Ha-cha's bodyguard. No way. He confirms he was assigned to security training with her, keeping it brief and professional, but the questions keep coming. Another message pops up. This one is pure fangirl energy, wishing she'd asked for Seo's autograph seriously. Ijin looks off in the distance, a slight smirk playing on his lips. This dude is clearly hiding something. He starts walking, and the step sound effects emphasize how deliberate his movements are, like a predator on the hunt. Suddenly, Seo Ha-cha appears with her own bodyguard, and she greets Ijin with a surprisingly flirty, "Fancy running into you here." Something feels off. Her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes, and she's definitely sizing him up. The liar is still watching from a distance, and her expression is unreadable. She's playing a long game here. Ijin's associate is getting a bad feeling about this encounter, and honestly, so are we. Seo's bodyguard is giving Ijin the side eye, and you can tell he doesn't trust our boy one bit. Seo Ha-cha thanks Ijin for his help, but he brushes it off, saying he was just doing his job. Classic stoic move. She explains she pushed herself too hard during training and felt pain around her wound, deciding she couldn't continue. Ijin is totally giving off "I don't believe you" vibes, and his associate is picking up on it too, bro. She keeps talking, but her expression is so calculated. Something is definitely up with this girl. Ijin keeps his answers short and sweet, but you can tell he's analyzing every single thing she says. The liar is still lurking, watching everything unfold, and honestly, she's creeping everyone out. Ijin straight up calls her out on her inconsistencies, and her face finally cracks. It's about to get real. She admits she lied, wanting to know why Ijin was assigned to her. This lady is playing games, and our boy is right in the middle. Okay, so our boy Ijin is heading to meet his guardian, and it's all quiet and tense. He's walking down this dark alley, but something feels off, like he's being watched. Classic setup. Suddenly, a creepy dude in a suit jumps out, trying to intimidate Ijin, but this guy is seriously underestimating him. Ijin's guardian shows up, and he's a total badass, a former mercenary himself. No way. Guardian calmly steps in, sizing up the attacker and sending him a warning, but things are about to escalate. The attacker isn't backing down, and he's got backup, so Ijin and his guardian are surrounded, but they aren't worried. The guardian gives Ijin a subtle nod, signaling him to handle this, and our boy is ready. Ijin casually takes a gift box from his guardian, looking totally unfazed as the fight is about to begin. He steps forward, and the attackers immediately recognize the danger. They've clearly heard the rumors. Ijin gives them a chilling smile, and honestly, they should have just run because this dude is straight up terrifying. It's Ijin's birthday, and they're having a small celebration with cake and candles. Super wholesome. Ijin's guardian thanks him, then reveals he's got a gift, and it's a sleek black box. Ijin's sister is totally confused, asking what's inside, and honestly, same. Guardian explains he promised Ijin a new laptop and slides the box across the table. Ijin's sister opens the box, and her jaw drops. It's a high-end Samsung notebook. She's completely shocked, and Ijin looks surprised too, but tries to play it cool. But wait, it's not just a laptop. It's a super expensive, top-of-the-line model. No way. Ijin's sister is losing it, staring at the laptop with wide eyes, and we get a close-up of her reaction. She can't believe her eyes, and Ijin is trying to figure out if his guardian is serious. This dude straight up went all out, and it's a total power move. Ijin is spoiled. Ijin explains he took a part-time job to afford the laptop. Smooth move, bro. His sister points out laptops are expensive, and this one clearly just came out this year. No kidding. Ijin's guardian insists it's okay. He knows not having a computer was inconvenient for Ijin. But his sister is still skeptical, and honestly, she has a point. That thing cost a fortune. Ijin's sister thanks him, promising to make good use of it, and she looks genuinely grateful. Ijin's guardian is looking away, and he's totally hiding something, we can tell. They start eating, and Ijin is giving his sister a sneaky look. What's up with her bye? Ijin smirks, clearly pleased with himself, and he's definitely up to something. Ijin gives another knowing look, and it's clear he's hiding just how he got the laptop. He's acting all innocent, but this dude is a master manipulator. Watch out. Ijin's on the phone, and he's laying it on thick about seeing a girl. Smooth talker. He claims he just chatted with her and thinks she's sweet, but we all know this dude is hiding something. Ijin casually mentions he's planning on seeing her again tomorrow, like it's no big deal. His sister asks, "You will, huh?" She's totally onto him and his mysterious plans. She agrees it sounds like fun, but her tone is so sarcastic, she doesn't buy it for a second. But wait, another woman answers the phone, and she's not amused. This is getting messy. She straight up says it's not going to be fun, and her face is screaming, "Oh no." Someone's knocking at the door, and she looks completely panicked. What's happening? Ijin's phone starts blaring with alerts. He looks confused, but something's definitely up. Our boy is getting bombarded with notifications, and it's clear his little chat just blew up. Ijin answers the unknown call, and it's a simple 001 on the other end. Super cryptic, bro. He's listening intently, face totally serious. This call is clearly important, and he's analyzing everything. Our boy is now on a rooftop, phone pressed to his ear, looking out over the city. The scene is set for something big. He's giving directions, but it's all code. Ijin's back in mercenary mode, giving orders like a pro. Another figure appears, shrouded in shadow, and Ijin's eyes narrow. This is the person he's been waiting for. They're talking, but it's tense. This dude wants something, and Ijin is sizing him up, testing his limits. The shadowy figure asks about the laptop, and Ijin confirms he got it, but he's definitely leaving out details. Ijin's getting a message request, and it's from the same mysterious contact. This is escalating quickly. He's checking the message, and his expression is unreadable. Whatever it says, it's got him thinking hard. Ijin's staring out at the city under the moonlight, and you can tell he's bracing for impact. Things are about to go down. This dude drops a bombshell. 032 was sent to eliminate Ijin. Straight up, no way. But Ijin quickly corrects him. 032 never even showed at camp, which is super suspicious. He explains 032 doubled back, claiming it was the only way to throw off whoever was tracking them. Ijin's laying it all out. 032 was trying to create a diversion, but something's off about it. Guy is skeptical, staring at Ijin. He clearly doesn't buy the whole story. Ijin's getting another message from 001, while the other guy grills him, double the pressure. He's reading it now, and his face is stone cold. This message is changing everything. Our boy's got a plan brewing, and it looks like this guy is about to be looped in. Things are about to get real. Okay, so our boy and his crew are back from their trip, looking all official in suits. They are walking into school, and it's giving major we mean business vibes with that modern building backdrop. Someone immediately corners them, asking about their vacation, and honestly, it's a little sus. They straight up say it was a business trip, trying to play it cool, but the tension is building. Then this other girl asks where Ijin is, the main dude, and things get real quiet real fast. Turns out Ijin's been gone since yesterday, saying something came up, which is never good news, right? The girl looks shocked, and the dude in the suit looks concerned. Something's definitely off. But the real kicker, Ijin is just standing there, looking all mysterious and brooding. He's giving off serious "I have secrets" energy, and honestly, we all knew that already. This dude is about to cause some chaos, I can feel it. Whatever came up must be huge. Intel reports a hideout is within 10 clicks, and Ijin is already dropping from the sky. No way. He lands silently, assessing the area, and thinks back to 032. Something's up with that guy. Ijin figures if they took 032, he's probably nearby, basing it on his last known location. He's creeping through the woods, all tactical and stealthy, and honestly, This dude is a machine. He spots someone and shouts ta da da, totally catching them off guard. It's awesome. Close up on his face and brow, he looks different, like a whole other person. Ijin is staring at someone and it's clear he's surprised. He says they've really changed a lot. He's got a slight smirk and a serious look in his eyes. This is getting intense. Ijin seems to be processing something and his expression is unreadable. What's going through his head? He says something but it's cut off and the other guy just stares back, totally speechless. The team's getting intel. Aiden is still off the grid, which is seriously concerning right now. They're arguing about Aiden, saying he's made a mess by disappearing and keeping them in the dark. Someone glances at another guy, clearly worried, and the tension is building. This is not good. But hold up, someone is slumped in a chair, covered in blood, and it's looking really bad. This dude straight up hates whoever did this, and he's clearly about to go on a warpath. He pulls a gun, aiming it at the injured man, and it's a job, a quick, brutal shot to the shoulder. Ijin's looking down at the guy, gun still raised, and honestly he looks absolutely terrifying. Close up on the gun and bro, the safety is off. This is about to get way worse. He's pulling the trigger and the guy is completely defenseless, which is just ugh. However, the last panel shows the gun about to fire, leaving us on a crazy cliffhanger. No way. Ijin's pulling the trigger and straight up blam, he shoots the guy in the head. The impact sends the guy flying backwards and it's brutal, honestly, a total mess. Everyone is shocked. They're staring at Ijin with their mouths open, completely speechless. But then a shadowy figure emerges from a doorway and the tension immediately spikes. The figure steps into the light, revealing a dangerous-looking man with a pistol. Oh no. He's got a cold stare, a tattoo on his arm, and is fully armed. This dude means business. One of the guys recognizes him, yelling, Ijin's old enemy has arrived. Ijin firmly grips his own gun, and you can tell he's ready to fight. This is gonna be intense. The enemy raises his gun, and Ijin immediately fires back, a lightning-fast response. Another shot rings out and the enemy goes down, but this is just the beginning, bro. No way it ends here. Ijin is unloading on the enemy and honestly, this dude had it coming, total chaos. The enemy tries to retaliate, but Ijin is already moving, dodging bullets like it's nothing. He closes in, grabbing a knife and straight up stabs the enemy. It's quick and brutal. But the enemy isn't finished. He's still fighting, even with a knife in his chest. Ijin grabs his head and the enemy's eyes widen with shock. It's a terrifying moment. He finishes the job and you can see the sheer intensity in Ijin's expression. No mercy. Ijin stares down at the body, blood splattering on his face. It's a grim scene. He looks up, scanning the area and seems to be expecting more enemies. He's on high alert. The camera pans up to the building and it's eerily quiet, the aftermath of the fight. But then we see someone watching from the shadows. The story isn't over, not by a long shot. Our boy and his teammate find a massacre, bodies everywhere, clean stab wounds. It's brutal. He asks what happened and assesses the scene, realizing the wounds are super fresh. Ijin orders them to spread out and check things out, and his teammate nods. They're taking this seriously. He's checking out the bodies and spots a weapon, an automatic rifle, abandoned on the ground. Ijin moves quickly, scanning the area, but then hears something, a scuffling sound nearby. He spots another body, but it's a woman this time, and she's got bright pink hair. Wow. Ijin rushes forward, gun drawn, and the scuffling gets louder. Someone's still alive. He corners whoever's making the noise, and they try to run, but Ijin is too fast, blocking their path. Ijin's got his gun trained, and the person is completely cornered. This is about to get intense. He moves in for the kill, and you just know this won't end well for whoever's on the receiving end. This dude is straight up menacing, telling everyone they should have run while they still could. Someone thinks our boy is one of the mercenaries. Oh, they are so wrong about that. No way, he's already charging. This is about to get messy and fast. Red energy blades are flying everywhere, slicing through the air like it's nothing. He's dodging and weaving through attacks, but honestly, this guy's skills are insane. He slashes with that red blade and pow, a mercenary goes flying, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Another slash, another hit, this time with a thwack and another explosion of force. Our boy is relentless, dodging another attack while delivering a devastating counter. He's cutting through them all, swish, with unbelievable speed and precision. It's unreal. The mercenary realizes our boy is actually good, which is an understatement of the century. He connects with a brutal punch, sending the mercenary reeling backward with a massive BAM. The mercenary's face is a mess of blood, and he's clearly shocked our boy means business. Our boy unleashes a blinding red energy blade, slicing through the air with insane speed. He's going for a follow-up attack, another red blade flashing towards the mercenary's throat. The mercenary tries to block, but our boy is too fast. He cuts right through. He's relentless, using the momentum to kick the mercenary in the chest with a powerful jab. Our boy's eye is intense, focused, and bro is seriously radiating power right now. He grabs the mercenary's head, snatch, and slams him down with unbelievable force. Another explosion of energy, pow, and the mercenary is sent flying again, seriously messed up. He's got the mercenary pinned, a hand on his throat, and this dude is completely defeated. He drops the mercenary, who's totally out of it, and grabs for a gun. No way, not again. Before the mercenary can react, our boy is already moving, a red blade forming in his hand. He slices clean through the gun, and honestly, this dude had it coming, trying to pull a weapon. The mercenary scrambles for another gun, but our boy is a whirlwind of speed, disarming him again. He's got the mercenary pinned, then kicks him into the air. It's brutal but effective. Our boy unloads a burst of gunfire, rat-a-tat-tat, straight into the ceiling, keeping everyone pinned down. The mercenary tries to recover, but our boy is already leaping, a blur of motion and dark clothing. He lands, spins, and delivers a final, devastating kick swoosh, sending the mercenary flying. He finishes it off, pointing a pistol at the downed mercenary, and it's clear this fight is over. But as the mercenary lies defeated, another figure emerges from the shadows. Seriously, more enemies. Someone else is here, another mercenary, and he's sizing up our boy, recognizing his skill. But this dude is covered in blood, clearly just went through a brutal fight, and is not happy. He yells out, demanding to know who our boy is, and straight up doesn't believe it's possible. Our boy doesn't even bother answering, he just launches himself forward, a dark blur of speed. He connects with a kick, sending the mercenary stumbling backwards, clearly surprised. This dude tries to recover and pull a gun, but our boy is already on him, disarming him again. He's got the mercenary pinned, unloading a barrage of bullets into the ceiling, bang, bang, keeping everyone down. Our boy launches another flying kick, pow, sending the mercenary crashing through some barriers. He's relentless, continuing the assault with another kick, pow pow, and the mercenary is getting demolished. The mercenary is reeling, but our boy is already moving again, finishing this fight with brutal efficiency. He's absolutely demolishing the mercenary, sending shards of glass flying everywhere. It's brutal. But the fighting isn't over. Another masked mercenary bursts through a door, guns blazing, ta-da-da-da. The door explodes inward, burst, and now it's a full-on firefight with bullets whizzing everywhere. Our boy cuts through the chaos, taking down mercenary after mercenary, leaving a trail of bodies in his wake. He's moving like a ghost, taking down one mercenary, then another. Seriously, no one can stop him. Another mercenary questions if he was even with the team, because he's straight up killing everyone. But his partner interrupts, pointing out that this dude, 032, looks really good. Weird flex, but okay. They're piling into a car, speeding away from the scene, leaving a whole lot of carnage behind them. Inside the car, someone is seriously injured, covered in blood. It's a gruesome sight. And honestly, this dude had it coming. This dude is desperate, telling them to come back with him. He knows someone who can help the injured mercenary. He's laying it on thick, saying the guy is in bad shape and won't last long on the boat, but it's a trap. He's clenching his fist, trying to sound calm, but bro is clearly hiding something, major stress vibes. He warns them that sticking with him will put them at risk, trying to make it sound like he cares. But then he throws out this line about them having their own lives to think about, super shady, honestly. He's giving them the cold shoulder, saying they should go their separate ways, like he doesn't care at all. He's turning away, and you can see the calculation in his eyes. This dude is playing a long game. They're walking off in different directions, but something tells me this isn't over. No way this is the last we see of him. Our boy Ijin is walking into school, looking all cool and collected, but things are about to get wild. Suddenly, a car screeches up, and this woman jumps out, looking straight up annoyed at Ijin. She immediately asks why he isn't in training today, and honestly, he's got a pretty solid excuse brewing. But wait, flashback time, we see Ijin taking a beating, showing us just how intense his training really is. He tells her he's taking a few days off, but she doesn't believe him for a second. She's definitely suspicious. She presses him, wanting to know if he's lying, and Ijin just gives her this smoldering look. She scoffs, clearly not buying it, but Ijin is totally unfazed by her attitude. The nerve of this woman. Another flashback, Ijin's unleashing crazy energy blasts, taking down a whole crew of enemies single-handedly. So yeah, he was fighting, and taking a break is a huge deal, considering his past life as a mercenary. Ijin is straight up a beast, but now he's trying to adjust to normal life. It's a struggle, honestly. She's finally spilling the tea. It's about her younger brother, also a high schooler, but younger than Ijin. But here's the kicker, her parents say he's been coming home with unexplained bruises, and that's a huge red flag. When they ask what happened, he claims he was just playing with friends, but then avoids eye contact or just straight up leaves. She admits she didn't think much of it at first, figuring it's just teenage boy stuff, but now she's worried sick. Ijin listens quietly, taking a sip of his drink, and honestly, he's probably connecting the dots faster than anyone. She explains she's asking for advice and help, and Ijin seems to understand the seriousness of the situation. He just stares at her for a beat, processing everything, and this dude is clearly deep in thought. However, she keeps talking, detailing how her brother's behavior has changed recently. It's super unsettling. And now we see a shadowy figure walking away, looking seriously messed up, which is definitely connected. Ijin's face is stone cold, and bro, you can tell he's already formulating a plan to get to the bottom of this. She's laying it all out. She hasn't seen her brother in a while because she moved out. She explains he started avoiding her a year ago, and it's seriously worrying her now. She admits she doesn't have anyone else to ask because she's afraid of the gossip. She's practically begging Ijin to investigate, and our boy is listening intently. Ijin finally breaks his silence, and honestly, it's a super intense stare down. He's clearly piecing everything together, and you can tell he's already on the case. But wait, we flash back to that kid getting absolutely wrecked, and it's brutal. Ijin's expression hardens, and it's clear he's realizing this isn't just some schoolyard squabble. He's walking with purpose now, heading toward school, and bro, he looks serious. Our boy is entering the school gates, and it's like the music just swelled. Something's about to go down. Ijin's got a lead. He's checking his phone, and it's a picture of the kid who got beat up. He's seeing the kid holding some kind of weird wooden stick, and it's definitely a clue. Ijin's heading towards room 2-4, and he's moving like a predator. This dude is focused. He's outside the room, and two girls in uniform are chatting, looking totally cheerful. Ijin approaches, and the girls immediately light up. They're clearly smitten, but he just asks for a favor. He asks if they've seen the kid from the picture, and they confirm he's a student, but he's been absent. Girls start gushing about how cute Ijin sounds even when he says he has a cold. No way. They mention the kid's name is Seiyun and that he's been getting bullied, but it's getting worse. The girls are practically swooning as they share the info, and Ijin just takes the card they offer. Ijin's face is unreadable, but you can tell he's connecting the dots. This whole situation is escalating fast. Ijin finds the butler and straight up starts yelling at him for being late. This dude is ruthless. The butler tries to apologize, saying he wasn't feeling well, but Ijin isn't buying it for a second. But wait, Ijin immediately asks if it's because he slapped him yesterday, and bro, the tension is real. The butler tries to deny it, but Ijin pulls out his phone and shows him a video of the incident. It's a clear video of Ijin laying the smackdown, and honestly, this dude had it coming. The butler's face is priceless, and Ijin just smirks, confirming that, yep, that's how it works. Ijin's totally unfazed. He's used to getting results, no matter how extreme the method. Ijin's already rushing out of the room, determined to find Seiyun. This dude doesn't mess around. Meanwhile, the bully is leaning in, about to land a punch on poor Seiyun. Talk about bad timing. But Ijin bursts through the door, moving faster than the eye can see. It's like a blur. He grabs the bully's wrist mid-swing, stopping the attack dead in its tracks. No way, that was fast. Ijin's expression is ice cold as he assesses the situation, and the bully is straight up terrified. He says one word, okay, and then starts hauling the bully away like a rag doll, and honestly, he deserves it. Our boy Jinwoo is at the convenience store, and he's going hard for the snacks, pork kimchi, veggie sandwiches, the works. He's grabbing a drink, looking all cool and mysterious with those shades, but something's clearly on his mind. Bro is loaded up with snacks and drinks, prepping for a serious binge session. It's a full-on grocery run in his arms. Seoha texts him saying she's free Saturday and wants to come over for dinner, and honestly, Jinwoo looks a little flustered. He's checking his phone, staring at the blue sky on the screen like he's trying to avoid a serious conversation. Jinwoo walks past a whole row of snacks but doesn't even glance at them. He's already got enough, apparently. Someone asks him if he watched something last night, and Jinwoo turns around, looking totally annoyed. He's in the classroom and some other students are talking, but he's clearly not interested and wants to be left alone. Jinwoo's got his backpack on, ready to dip, and he's clearly trying to escape whatever drama's brewing. He's walking away, and it's clear this dude is about to have a long day. Something tells me it's not gonna be peaceful. Seoha asks Jinwoo why he's acting so weird, and he plays it off like he just came to hang out. But Jinwoo calls her out, accusing her of being a terrible actress. Ouch, brutal. Seoha flinches at his harsh words and tries to explain she's actually trying to improve. Jinwoo doesn't care, straight up telling her everyone at school thinks she's awful. Doubles down, saying she needs to do better. This dude is relentless. Seoha looks genuinely hurt, staring at Jinwoo with a wounded expression. Jinwoo is lost in thought, wandering the school hallways, clearly regretting his outburst. He's staring at a display of cans, muttering to himself that he deserves whatever's coming. Jinwoo's spiraling, remembering all the harsh things he said to Seoha. It's a flashback. However, someone is watching him from the shadows, and things are about to get complicated. Yi-young texts Jinwoo, calling him out for skipping school, and Seoha's backing her up. Jinwoo fires back with a lame excuse about being busy, but he's clearly typing it while looking shady. Seoha insists he's lying, pointing out he left for school early. This girl is not letting it go. He sends a simple sorry, but it's like, way too little, too late, bro. Jinwoo walks past some students, and they're straight up mesmerized by his mysterious look. Someone whispers about how cool he looks even with his face covered. The hype is real. But our boy isn't paying attention, lost in thought and stumbling forward. No way, he trips over his own feet and goes tumbling towards a parked motorcycle. He crashes right into it, sending the bike flying, and honestly, this dude had it coming. The motorcycle owner is furious, and Jinwoo's about to face the music for this epic fail. He's totally embarrassed after the crash, scrambling to pick up the scattered snacks and soda. The motorcycle owner, looking furious, demands the broken pieces of the bike's fairing. Jinwoo, still flustered, awkwardly hands over the damaged part. It's a total mess. But then the owner unexpectedly thanks him. What is happening right now? This dude's face is unreadable as he accepts the broken piece, a strange smile creeping across his lips. The owner's smile widens, it's creepy, and he's staring intently at Jinwoo, who's clearly uncomfortable. Someone nearby comments on how surprisingly good-looking Jinwoo is, even with the mask. However, Jinwoo doesn't seem to notice, still fixated on the unsettling exchange with the owner. The owner continues to stare, and Jinwoo's expression is basically screaming, "Get away from me." But this dude is totally unbothered, still smiling like he's got some secret plan brewing. Two guys in suits are chatting, and it turns out one of them is a third year, a year above Jinwoo. Jinwoo chimes in, saying he doesn't go to their school, which is a total head-scratcher for the other guy. The dude in the suit casually drops that he's infiltrating the school in disguise for a bit. What? The other guy is totally bewildered, questioning what's going on, and his phone starts going off. Jinwoo grabs his phone, and it's a text from someone telling him to hurry, but he insists he's already at the convenience store. He's clearly lying, and the other guy is starting to look suspicious. This is getting intense. Jinwoo straight up dashes off, leaving the suited guy completely shocked. No way, what a wild move. The suited guy is left staring after him, and it's clear something is seriously off with this whole situation. But Jinwoo's already in full sprint, and this dude is moving fast. He's not messing around. He's clutching something in his hand, and it's a high-tech device, so he's definitely on a mission. Jinwoo is chowing down on snacks like he hasn't eaten in days, claiming he almost starved to death. The suited guy is staring at Jinwoo's snack pile, and our boy is not happy about it. He calls him out immediately. Jinwoo denies staring, but the other guy doesn't buy it for a second. He accuses Jinwoo of being a man. Jinwoo is totally flustered, insisting he wasn't looking, and honestly, it's a hilarious reaction. The woman in the white shirt is furious, demanding to know what he meant by that ridiculous accusation. She's all over the suited guy, questioning him and demanding an explanation. Things are escalating fast. The woman accuses the suited guy of staring and then turns on Jinwoo. This is a total mess. Jinwoo tries to backpedal, saying he didn't mean anything by it, but it's too late. Damage is done. The woman is not letting up and she's really laying into this dude. She's not messing around. The suited guy is completely overwhelmed and Jinwoo is just trying to stay out of the crossfire. Total chaos. The woman is absolutely demolishing the suited guy with her words, and Jinwoo is desperately trying to defuse the situation. It's a disaster. Okay, so our boy Ijin is straight up worried. If anyone finds out his sister Seoha has a loser brother at school, it's gonna make her life a nightmare. He's thinking about all this while visiting someone in the hospital, but it's clear this dude isn't just worried about school gossip. Ijin's got a serious face and is clearly deep in thought, and honestly, it looks like he's planning something big. He asks if the person in the hospital did anything wrong, but then immediately shuts it down. Some people just need a reason to mess with others. Ijin explains he wouldn't be living like this if things were simple, hinting at a dark past and a whole lot of trouble. He insists nothing he does will fix things because whatever's going on is beyond his control and will just make things worse for his sister. This dude is determined to protect Seoha, even if it means sacrificing himself. No way is he letting her get hurt. He's got this intense stare like he's willing to do anything, and you can tell he's not messing around. Ijin firmly believes whatever happens, it'll only hurt Seoha more, and honestly, that's a heavy burden for anyone, let alone a teenager. Ijin's phone dings with a message. It's from his friend, and he's asking for snacks for everyone at the nurse's office. But the message is a setup. The friend is actually sending a screenshot of Ijin lounging in the nurse's office all day. And then the real firestorm hits. Another message, this one way more aggressive, demanding to know what Ijin is waiting for. This dude is furious, bro. He wants Ijin down there now, and honestly, he looks ready to explode. Ijin stares down at his phone, and you can see the intensity radiating off him. His eyes are glowing, seriously. He's got this cold, calculating look like he's assessing the situation and figuring out his next move, and it's kinda scary. He types a reply and the glow around his phone intensifies. Whatever he's sending is gonna be intense. Back in the hospital, the blonde guy is still watching Ijin, looking super suspicious and wondering what's going on. The guy with the glasses is also there, looking worried. He knows Ijin is up to something, but he has no idea what. However, this isn't just some schoolyard squabble. Ijin is clearly gearing up for a much bigger fight, and things are about to get wild. The hospital administrator walks up to Ijin, asking if he heard everything that just went down. Meanwhile, Seoha is a mess. She's crying and clutching her phone, totally heartbroken. She admits she heard it all, and then immediately jumps to the conclusion that Ijin is distancing himself from her. Ijin's on the phone, and the administrator believes this explains Ijin's recent change in behavior. No kidding. Seoha spirals, convinced Ijin thinks she's awkward and doesn't actually like her, which is rough. She never imagined he'd be suffering and blames herself for everything, but honestly, this is getting dramatic. She starts walking, determined to fix things, but then realizes it's not his fault at all. Huge twist. Ijin finishes his call, looking determined, and then the administrator realizes Ijin is not to blame either. Seoha's face is lit up like she's had an epiphany. She's starting to see things clearly. And that's when she understands whatever is happening, it's not Ijin's fault, and she's finally getting it. Ijin's face is stone cold. He's got a plan brewing, and it looks serious. Seoha explains how everyone at school is jealous of her getting Ijin's attention, which is kinda sad. Ijin is straight up fuming. He's clearly not okay with people messing with Seoha. He asks where the people who are making fun of her are, and Seoha tells him they're in room 2-4. Our boy marches toward room 2-4, and the administrator tries to stop him, but Ijin isn't having it. He shoves past the administrator, and the dude is absolutely floored. This is about to be intense. Ijin bursts into the room, and 4 guys are mid-conversation, but they immediately freeze. One of the guys tries to act tough, but Ijin's aura is intimidating. He's clearly outmatched. Then a woman walks in, looking annoyed, and the guys turn green with fear. No way. The guys are now literally turning green, and Ijin's expression is terrifying. Something's definitely up. Ijin's eyes narrow, he's sizing up the situation, and it's clear he's not happy. He grabs one of the guys by the collar, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Ijin throws the guy across the room, and then another one tries to intervene. Big mistake. This dude gets a lightning-fast punch to the face, sending him flying with a POW. Ijin's a whirlwind of fists and feet, taking down another guy before he even reacts. He sends a third guy tumbling with a swift kick, and it's like watching a masterclass in combat. The last guy tries to run, but Ijin's too fast. He catches him and sends him crashing down. Now everyone is sprawled out on the floor, and Ijin just stands there, breathing heavily. A woman is looking down at the chaos, and she's absolutely furious. Uh-oh. Someone is frantically calling for help on the phone, but Ijin is already turning his back on the scene. Ijin lays out the attackers, but one guy is still trying to get up. Talk about persistent. He groans and rolls away, clutching his face, but Ijin's already turning to leave, cold as ice. Now this dude is flat on his back, spitting up blood, and it's a lot, seriously. Two women are standing there staring down at the wreckage, and they look seriously unimpressed. They don't say a word, just give each other a look, and it's clear Ijin's in for a world of trouble. Okay, so a bunch of dudes corner Ijin, demanding to know what's up with his phone. This dude straight up asks if Ijin doesn't feel like talking, like, seriously, the nerve of this guy. Ijin doesn't respond, and the leader of the group steps forward, clearly looking for a fight. But before things can escalate, Ijin moves, and it's fast. These guys didn't see that coming. He grabs one of the guys by the collar, throwing him into the crowd, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Then Ijin charges forward, taking out another guy with a brutal takedown. No way. Another guy tries to intervene, but Ijin's already spinning, delivering a swift kick to the face. It's a flurry of attacks, a whirlwind of fists and feet, and these guys are completely overwhelmed. Ijin delivers a final, devastating blow, sending one of the guys flying backwards with a huge impact. The scene is chaotic, with one guy knocked out cold, and it's clear Ijin isn't messing around. Ijin's covered in blood, but he's still standing, and honestly, he looks pissed. We get a peek at the tattoos on his arms. They're intense and hint at his past. He's staring down one of the guys, face all messed up, and this dude is terrified. Suddenly, a group of even more guys rushes in, thinking they can take Ijin. Big mistake. A mysterious figure in a suit and mask appears, stepping into the chaos, and everyone's attention snaps to him. The masked guy's got a serious vibe, and he's clearly not here to play nice. He's walking forward, cool as you like, while everyone else is freaking out. Someone asks who this new guy is, but it's clear they're about to find out the hard way. The masked dude straight up drops one of his opponents, no hesitation, just brutal efficiency. Our boy is watching, and you can tell he recognizes a fellow professional. This is gonna be good. Everyone's confused about the crowd outside the classroom, but it quickly turns into a full-on burst of violence. One of the guys gets launched into the air, straight up ragdolled, and lands with a sickening thud. The crowd erupts in shock, but our boy Ijin is already analyzing the situation, totally unfazed. Ijin's eyes widen. No way. He recognizes the masked figure as someone equally dangerous. The masked dude just demolishes another opponent with a brutal takedown, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Ijin's getting swarmed, but he's dodging and weaving like it's nothing, still sizing up the masked guy. Someone tries to grab Ijin from behind, but he anticipates it, spins, and delivers a massive backhand. The force of the hit sends the guy flying into a stack of chairs. Crash, total chaos erupts. Ijin's reaction is priceless, like what even is going on. Bro is genuinely surprised. Another opponent charges, but Ijin intersects with a lightning-fast strike, sending him sprawling. Ijin keeps taking down opponents, but everyone is completely stunned. Did he really do all this himself? The crowd is buzzing, asking who this mysterious fighter even is, and honestly, they're not wrong to be scared. One guy, covered in blood, demands to know why Ijin's doing this, but Ijin just stares him down, completely cold. Ijin steps forward, and the masked dude finally turns his head. You can see the intensity in his eyes. The masked guy asks reason, and Ijin's response is just a silence, which is super unsettling. This dude thinks he can intimidate Ijin. No way. Ijin's giving him the most menacing glare. Ijin's eyes are locked on the masked guy, and you can tell he's assessing him, figuring out his next move. The masked dude's got some serious scars on his arm, and Ijin is definitely taking mental notes. Ijin's still advancing, stepping closer to the masked fighter, and the tension is insane. The injured guy yells at Ijin, but it's like he isn't even hearing him. Our boy is focused on the real threat. Ijin delivers a warning: if he hears of anyone else getting bullied, he's coming back and it won't be pretty. The masked dude's eyes flash, and he warns Ijin that when he returns, things won't end nicely. The injured guy, covered in blood, suddenly asks if Ijin knows whoever he messed with. Ijin doesn't respond, but he flinches slightly, and the masked guy clearly notices something is off. The masked guy goes in for a strike, but Ijin anticipates it and delivers a brutal counter, straight up knocking him out. Ijin's still standing and the masked dude is down, but he's not finished. He's still scanning the crowd. He's locking eyes with someone, and you can see the calculation in his gaze. This dude is always analyzing. Ijin's intense stare is unnerving, and everyone is frozen. This is getting seriously intense. The masked fighter's tattoos are visible as Ijin lands another punch, and this time it's definitely final. Ijin's done, but he's still on high alert, and honestly, he's a force of nature. Ijin lands a massive blow, and the masked fighter goes flying. No way, that's brutal. The injured guy is stunned, and a few other students react in shock, but Ijin isn't finished. He pivots and delivers another devastating punch to a different guy, straight up knocking him out cold. Ijin's relentless, and another dude goes down. This is a massacre, bro. He's unleashing a flurry of attacks, and the scene is a total mess of blood and chaos. Ijin finishes with a final explosive strike, boom, and everyone is left reeling in disbelief. Our boy and his crew are walking into MH High School, but something's clearly off. Word on the street is a huge fight broke out, sending everyone to the hospital, and Yonsik took the worst of it. Everyone's buzzing about a mysterious guy who showed up and caused all the trouble, but no one knows who he is. They search for this dude, but he totally vanished, like poof, gone without a trace. The entire school is talking about this guy who single-handedly took down a whole group, and honestly, this dude had it coming. It turns out this mysterious figure wiped out all those guys, and the rumors are getting wilder by the second. But just who is this masked man? Everyone's asking the same question, and it's killing them with curiosity. He casually mentions it's payback for some kimbap, and that's a weird motive even for this series. A student nearby visibly flinches at the mention of the kimbap, and something tells me he knows more than he lets on. A blonde teacher is looking over, and she's definitely sensing something is up, judging by her expression. Okay, so the blonde teacher storms in, demanding to know why Ijin's ignoring her texts, talk about overbearing. The whole class is looking at Ijin, phones out, clearly seeing the ignored texts, and it's getting awkward fast. Ijin's sister arrives, looking straight up furious, and asks what he's even doing there. She explains she came because he keeps ignoring her calls and texts, but honestly, she looks like she's about to explode. Everyone stares as she orders Ijin to get his bag so they can leave, and the guy next to him is visibly shaken. She doesn't stop there, she practically screams at him to get the bag now, and the background turns red with rage. She's leaning in close, and this poor dude next to Ijin is starting to sweat bullets. No way he wants to be in the crossfire. Ijin's sister is relentless, and the intensity is unreal. This is way more than just a family disagreement. She's absolutely fuming, and Ijin is just standing there taking it all in. This is going to be good. And honestly, this whole scene is a mess, but I'm here for the drama. It's pure chaos. Ijin's sister is laying down the law, saying their lawyer will be contacting everyone involved, straight up threatening them. She doubles down, explaining the law won't do much to kids like them, but people will know what they did. She's telling Ijin about how she found out he was being bullied, and how clever the bullies were. The sister is still going off, and Ijin just stands there taking it all in. This is intense. The other students are totally shocked by the sister's words, and they're all glued to their phones. Ijin's sister is still laying into them, but it's clear she's trying to scare them into confessing. The blonde teacher tries to step in, telling her to calm down, and the sister just scoffs. The sister ignores her and continues to demand answers. She's not backing down, no way. However, the sister suddenly changes tactics, asking who was the ringleader of the bullying. She demands they reveal who started it all, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Ijin's sister is asking who started it, and this dude is straight up losing it. He can't even look at her. Suddenly, a whole crew of students surrounds Ijin, and he's clearly caught off guard. What is happening? Sister is demanding to know why they are all staring, but Ijin interrupts, saying it's because he got bullied. He explains they'll hurt her image if word gets out, but she's not buying it. She wants to know why that's even a concern. Ijin is clearly distressed and the sister is getting frustrated. This is a really awkward situation. She demands he tell her everything and he's about to spill, but a teacher suddenly steps in and tries to stop it. The sister is having none of it and she just grabs Ijin's arm. She's pulling him away from everyone. Ijin is protesting, saying they're going to get in trouble, but his sister isn't listening. She's determined. She's dragging him off and he looks totally panicked. This dude is not prepared for whatever's next. Ijin is staring wide-eyed and honestly his expression is priceless. This is going to be a wild ride. Ijin's sister is laying down the law. She doesn't care about his image, only that he's being bullied. He tries to downplay it, saying it's nothing, but she's having none of it. She wants the full story now. She's relentlessly pressing him and he finally admits someone cornered him, but he handled it himself. But then a bunch of students suddenly show up and Ijin's sister immediately clocks what's really going on. She demands to know if these are the guys who messed with him, and Ijin reluctantly confirms it. Ijin's sister is absolutely fuming and she starts marching toward the group. This is about to get messy. She confronts them, asking if they know who Ijin is, and they're clearly intimidated. Good. But the leader of the group isn't backing down and he starts to talk trash, trying to save face. Ijin's sister doesn't even let him finish. She just straight up knocks him to the ground. No way. The other bullies are stunned and Ijin's sister is glaring at them, daring anyone to step forward. Ijin's sister is calmly asking the bullies about their business in the States. She's not messing around. She already knows, and this dude is realizing he should have kept his mouth shut. It's perfect. She casually drops that she knows he was handling illegal operations, and Ijin is straight up shocked. Ijin's sister explains she's been investigating, and the guy's getting seriously nervous. Good for her. She asks if he knows who authorized those operations, and he's clearly trying to play dumb. Yeah, right. He claims it was a higher-up, but she's not buying it, and demands he name names right now. This dude is sweating bullets, but finally admits it was Chairman Han. No way, that's huge. Ijin's sister already knew, of course, and now she's asking if he's still taking orders from Han. The pressure. He swears he's cut ties, but she doesn't believe him and asks if he's been reporting to the chairman recently. He tries to deny it, but she just smirks and says, I know, she's got him cornered. This is amazing. He's laying it all out. Chairman Han has been using this guy to launder money, and Ijin's sister's demanding to know exactly how much. But he's still trying to act innocent, claiming he only handled small amounts. However, she pulls up bank statements showing massive transfers. She's got receipts, bro. She's basically saying he's lying to her face, and honestly, this dude is digging his own grave. She asks if he ever directly met with Chairman Han, and he finally admits they've had multiple meetings. Ijin's sister presses him on what they discussed, and he says it was just business. Yeah, right, we all know that's a lie. It's late, and our boy Ijin is hosting a dinner party, clearly flexing his cooking skills. The spread is insane: steak, pasta, shrimp, the whole 9 yards. This dude is a culinary genius. Everyone's gathered around the table, and Jiwoo straight up thanks Ijin for the amazing meal. Things get a little awkward under the table, some feet are bumping, but it's all good vibes so far. Heebin is carefully eating, looking impressed, while Ijin just casually nods along. But then Ijin's sister Yoon asks where he even learned to cook like this, putting him on the spot. Yoon is all smiles, but there's something off about her reaction. She's hiding something. Ijin's about to answer, but Yoon cuts him off, saying she knew he was good at everything. Ijin's got a little smirk on his face, and you can tell he's not buying it for a second. However, it's clear Yoon is keeping secrets, and she's not ready to reveal what's going on. Yoon suddenly jumps up, acting all flustered and saying she needs to go. Super sus, right? She rushes off, but Ijin's eyes narrow. He's definitely onto her game now. Ijin calmly offers to do the dishes, but Yoon's friend Jiwoo immediately protests. She wants to help. But Yoon's already halfway out the door, and she insists Ijin and Jiwoo just stay put and let her handle it. Ijin's sister is now rushing down the hallway, and she looks absolutely terrified. What is going on? A robotic arm suddenly bursts through a wall behind her, and she screams, no way. Yoon stares, eyes wide, at the robotic arm closing in on her, clearly shocked and scared. Ijin's sister yells for help, but it seems like it's too late. The robotic arm is about to grab her. However, Ijin arrives just in time, leaping forward to shield Yoon from the attack. Ijin declares he'll do the dishes, and everyone is completely stunned by the sudden turn of events. Ijin's trying to tie Yoonyoung's apron, but he's clearly struggling. This dude is all thumbs. The apron has a cute peach on it, which is kinda sweet, but Ijin's focused on something else. He keeps fumbling with the ties, and it's obvious he's not used to doing this for anyone. Ijin's hands are getting closer and closer to her back, and he's visibly straining. It's getting awkward fast. He groans, admitting he can't get it right, and his intense gaze locks onto Yoonyoung. His eyes are locked on her, and the tension is insane. You can cut it with a knife. Ijin continues to struggle with the apron ties, his hands practically trembling. What is happening? He finally gets the apron tied, but it's super tight, and Yoonyoung looks totally surprised. Yoonyoung stares at Ijin with a shocked expression, while he stands there looking intense. Straight up, this whole scene is giving off major vibes. Something is definitely brewing between these two. Ijin finishes the dishes and casually leans against Yoonyoung, totally invading her personal space. Yoonyoung's visibly flustered by Ijin's closeness, and she's trying so hard to play it cool. Ijin turns his attention to a man entering the building. He's immediately sizing him up. Ijin's eyes narrow as he watches the man approach, and he's clearly analyzing every move. Ijin grabs a cup of coffee, but he's still watching the newcomer. This dude is on high alert. The man walks past, and Ijin's intense gaze follows him. He's not letting anything slip past. Now, a stern-looking guy briefs Ijin and his team about their VIP visitor, Lewin Bailey. They explain Lewin is the third son of the Bailey Group, here to strengthen ties with SW Group. But the briefing ends with "Since Miss Yoonyoung," and Ijin's expression turns unreadable. What's going on? Seokju lays down the order. Ijin and Ijin are on escort duty for Miss Yona, meaning extra food privileges. Both Ijin and Seokju respond with a crisp "Yes, sir." These guys are total pros. Ijin and Seokju stride forward, their footsteps echoing with serious intent, and the tension is building. Yona arrives looking stunning, flanked by bodyguards, and everyone's attention is immediately on her. A man rushes forward, greeting Yona way too enthusiastically, but Ijin's buddy is already reading the situation. This dude grabs Yona, and Ijin's friend is clearly questioning why he's being so aggressive in front of Ijin. No way, the man actually pulls Yona closer, and she looks genuinely startled by his actions. Ijin's friend is straight up analyzing the situation, and his expression is saying something's off. The man keeps talking to Yona, but she's clearly uncomfortable, and Ijin's friend is getting suspicious. Ijin's friend is focused on the man's actions, and he's definitely picking up on some red flags. Yona asks if all the bodyguards are the reason Ijin is so stiff, and honestly, she's onto something. Ijin doesn't hold back. He straight up calls out SW for teaching their security to ignore personal lives. This dude's expression shifts, and you can see the gears turning. He's definitely not used to being challenged. Ijin's friend steps in, declaring they should leave instead of just standing around, and Ijin agrees immediately. They start walking, but Ijin's friend is watching the other bodyguards. Something's definitely off with them. Ijin and his friend lead the way, the bodyguards trailing behind, but the tension is thicker than ever. The group walks into a lavish room overlooking the city, and the view is stunning, but it doesn't distract from the mood. Ijin and Yona take seats facing each other, while his friend and the other bodyguards stand guard, but this is a setup. Ijin's friend is still observing the other guards, and you can tell he's piecing everything together. This is intense. He's sussing out the other security, and it's clear they're more interested in observing them than protecting Yona. Okay, so it's all about this secret meeting, and everyone's dressed to the nines, super fancy. Two serious-looking bodyguards are posted by the door, scoping out the scene like they expect trouble. Then more bodyguards arrive, but these guys are different, way more intense and watchful. A woman arrives looking elegant, but she's immediately sizing up the security detail. She's suspicious of one bodyguard in particular, thinking he's stepping out of line, and honestly, she's right to be. We get a super close-up of this bodyguard, and his hair is wild. It's a whole mood. Another close-up, and his eyes are intense, like he's hiding something big, and it's kinda creepy. This bodyguard is straight up staring daggers at someone, and the tension is building like crazy. She's questioning if this bodyguard is the problem, and the look on his face is unsettling, to say the least. The woman is clearly onto him, and our boy is about to be in the middle of some serious drama. I can feel it. He asks if they should excuse his men, but this dude is playing 4D chess straight up. He shrugs it off and offers snacks, acting all nonchalant, but it's a total power move. The woman asks for a private moment with him, thinking she's in control, how wrong she is. He says he doesn't mind the men being there and then drops the bomb. She's the one who seems bothered. A close-up of his smirking face. Bro is loving this, and honestly, it's kinda terrifying. She demands they give her a moment, but he's already got a counteroffer ready. The bodyguards are stone-faced, but you can feel the tension rising. This is about to explode. He tells them to just give him the room, and his companion seems perfectly fine with it. An overhead shot shows everyone in the room, and it's clear this isn't about a simple conversation. He's got that predatory look again, and you know our boy is about to unleash a world of hurt. He drops a bombshell. She turned down his proposal because of him and his crew. No way. She's totally shocked, demanding to know what he's talking about. Her face is priceless. But before she can even finish, she realizes she's pregnant, and it hits her like a truck. Our boy casually explains it all makes sense now. Her rejection, the secrecy, everything. She's speechless, a blush creeping up her neck, and he just smirks, acting like it's nothing. He says there's no need to freak out, and then casually adds he's not the father. What? Her eyes widen, and you can see the gears turning in her head. This is a wild twist. She's completely stunned, and this dude is just standing there, radiating confidence. He casually says it's obvious she's seeing someone else, and honestly, the audacity. She stares at him, speechless, and you know this conversation is far from over. He reminds Yona she's still a student, straight up trying to shut down her ambition. Talk about condescending. He claims he's tired from the time difference and wants to postpone things, but she demands an answer now. He's all smiles, but she's not backing down, and the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Suddenly, he grabs her wrist. It's a power move, and she tries to pull away, but he's too strong. He yanks her toward the door, and his security team immediately moves to flank him. This is getting intense. He throws her out, and she hits the floor with a thud, while his guys form a wall around her. One of his men tries to stop her from getting up, but our boy stops him, saying she needs to leave. He's got a chilling smile on his face, and honestly, it's terrifying. This dude is ruthless. He adjusts his suit, looking completely unfazed, while his security team glares down at Yona. He's flexing his hand like he just crushed something, and you know this isn't over, not even close. Okay, so this woman Yunha confronts him about not being able to fulfill his schedule. Harsh. He stays silent, and Yunha immediately brings up Lewin running the project with SW and Bailey. Ouch. Yunha questions what he's even going to do with Yona if she can't handle a simple escort. Straight up savage. But he reveals Lewin canceled on him. Major plot twist, and Yunha looks totally shocked. Yunha is speechless, processing everything, and honestly, this is a messy family dynamic. Yunha drops a bomb. It's no surprise the family can't get along, and she especially can't stand him. She says he doesn't need to explain himself because she already knows him that well. Talk about loaded. Yunha's got this icy stare, and our boy doesn't even flinch. He's playing it cool, but we know he's calculating. He says she's overthinking it, and it's just a coincidence. However, Yunha doesn't buy it for a second. Yunha is absolutely fuming, and bro, this conversation is about to explode. Yunha lays it all out. He inherited everything from his uncle, and grandfather's protecting him because he feels bad. She says grandfather favors him above all else, and he's gonna get a huge position within the corporation. Talk about spoiled. Our boy finally speaks up, questioning what the employees deserve with a leader like him. Yunha's face is intense. Bro, she's not backing down from this confrontation at all. She asks what he even did to deserve such special treatment, and honestly, good question. Yunha's eyes narrow, and she looks like she's about to unleash a fury we haven't seen yet. But he just stares back, completely unbothered. This dude is ice cold. She's silent, and he's silent. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Okay, so our boy Ijin is getting grilled by some investors. They're clearly impressed with his skills. One of them asks why someone would be so surprised by Ijin's abilities, and honestly, they're about to find out. This slick investor boasts about the team he's assembled, vouching for their skill sets, but he's got a real attitude. The woman in charge, she's totally unimpressed by his bravado, and the whole room feels the tension build. Suddenly, she grabs his tie, and bro, it's not a friendly gesture. She's making a point. She straight up says it's not her call who gets hired, and everyone is shocked by her bluntness. The room falls silent and you can feel all eyes on her, wondering what she's planning next. She stares down the investor, radiating power, and it's clear she's the one calling the shots here. The investor and his crew look completely taken aback, realizing they messed with the wrong person. Ijin's team is standing firm, and it's obvious they are ready for whatever comes next. This is gonna be good. The investor tries to dismiss the woman's authority, saying she's overstepping, but she just stares him down, icy cold. She calmly asks if he thinks he can just waltz in and order people around, and the tension is thick. Ijin's expression is unreadable, but he's clearly assessing the situation. This dude is about to get wrecked. The investor, thinking he's still in control, demands to know who she thinks she is, and bro, huge mistake. She responds by asking if he really believes he's so powerful, and her gaze is absolutely terrifying. He scoffs, but then a man with reddish hair steps forward, and he's radiating menace. This is getting intense. Red-haired dude delivers a cutting line about the investor's arrogance, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Another man with blonde hair joins the fray, backing up red-haired dude. It's a full-on power play now. The investor's crew are looking seriously nervous, realizing they've picked a fight with the wrong people. Ijin and his team are standing as a united front, and it's clear they're not backing down from anything. One of Ijin's guys asks what the investor is even talking about, and another straight up says he wants to beat these guys to a pulp. But the lead bodyguard shuts it down. They are on escort duty for Ijin and MS. Yona, no fighting allowed. He explains injuries could mess with their protection detail, and Ijin surprisingly agrees to let Team 2 join in. The investor asks if Team 2 is up for the challenge, and MS Yona gives him a seriously icy glare. No way he's backing down. She leans in close, and you can tell she's not happy, her eyes practically burning into his soul. Red-haired dude confidently says yes, they are, and his expression is all kinds of intimidating. This is a power move. The investor's crew are totally sweating now, realizing they've walked into something way bigger than they expected. Ijin and his team stand firm, a wall of stoic determination, and they're clearly ready for whatever comes next. MS Yona looks at red-haired dude, and there's a definite spark. She's assessing if he's up to the task. Red-haired dude meets her gaze, and he's radiating confidence, straight up saying, "Yes, I am." Red-haired dude is totally playing the scorned lover, pitying this investor. It's kinda messed up. He's ranting about how the investor is trying to get with someone who won't even acknowledge him, and it's brutal. The investor's crew are looking way uncomfortable, but red hair is just piling on the insults, calling him a lucky man. Then MS Yona starts walking toward the investor, and you can feel the tension building with every step. One of the investor's guys tries to stop her, but Ijin's bodyguard just casually moves to block his path. MS Yona's getting closer, and the investor is visibly rattled. He's definitely regretting this whole situation. She gets right up in his face and tells him he doesn't have to do this, but it's clear he's not listening. But then Ijin steps forward, revealing he's technically part of Team 2. Total power move, bro. Ijin starts loosening his tie, and you know that means business. He's about to unleash the fury. The investor's crew are officially terrified, and honestly, they deserve everything coming to them. Ijin is laying down the law. He tells the investor he's handling this, no questions asked. The investor's goons are stepping up, but Ijin's bodyguard is not letting them near our boy. Ijin's bodyguard is basically daring them to try something. He's radiating power, honestly. One of the investor's crew pulls a gun, but Ijin is faster, disarming him in a flash. Ijin's already got another guy pinned, and the investor is losing it. This is a total beatdown. MS Yona is watching with a worried look, but Ijin is a machine, taking down the entire crew. The investor's finally shouting orders for them to stop, but it's too late. They're getting wrecked. Ijin's laying out the rules. He's making sure they understand they messed with the wrong people. MS Yona is asking what's going on, and Ijin explains he's Team 2, keeping his promise. She's relieved he's okay, but still worried. This dude is a kid, and she's got to protect him. Ijin's still standing over the investor's crew, and straight up, they're terrified. But the investor isn't backing down. He's ordering his remaining men to attack Ijin again. Ijin grabs one of the attackers by the hair, and no way, he's about to deliver a devastating blow. He slams the guy's head into the ground, and it's brutal. Honestly, this dude had it coming. Ijin's already moving on to the next guy, pinning him down with incredible speed. The investor is screaming for them to stop, but Ijin's a machine, just dismantling everyone. Ijin lays out the rules. He's making sure they understand they messed with the wrong people. Standing tall, surveying the wreckage, and bro, he looks like a total boss right now. Ijin standing firm, facing down the investor and his remaining goons, and MS Yona is really starting to worry. He's laying down the law and making it clear they messed with the wrong people. Straight up, this dude is terrifying right now. Okay, so everyone's gathered, a whole crew of suited up guys, and it's clear something big is going down. This dude Ijin just casually strolls into the middle of them all, totally unfazed by the intense stares. We get a close-up of Ijin, and honestly he looks like a stone-cold pro, eyes locked in, super focused. A woman looks worried, surrounded by security, and you can tell she's connected to whatever's happening. There are more stern faces in the crowd, and they're all sizing each other up. The tension is insane. One of the guys is straight up losing it, yelling about how a kid beat two grown men. Can you believe the audacity? Another guy tries to calm things down, saying the first match was just carelessness, but the next one won't be. He's like, this kid is that good, and it's clear they're starting to realize Ijin is a serious threat. Ijin is calmly wrapping his hands, prepping for round 2, and he's radiating confidence. But it's clear this isn't just about a fight. There's something bigger going on, and our boy is right in the middle of it. Ijin responds to the challenge with a simple yes, sir, and bro, the confidence is unreal. One of the guys thinks Ijin is being cautious, but he's actually sizing up his opponent. It's a trap. The fight explodes and Ijin lands a brutal kick, sending one of the guys flying. No way. Ijin's already in attack mode, unleashing a flurry of jobs, and this dude can barely react. Another job connects and Ijin is straight up dismantling this guy. It's a whirlwind of fists. Ijin delivers a powerful blow, and the sound effect thwack says it all. It's devastating. He's unleashing a relentless combo, a flurry of attacks. Our boy is a machine. Ijin continues to pummel his opponent with jab after jab. It's a relentless offensive. Another jab lands and the guy is reeling, clearly outmatched. This is a beatdown. Ijin finishes with a final, crushing blow, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Ijin's opponent tries to land a punch, but our boy dodges and counters with a lightning-fast strike. The guy's face explodes with pain. Ijin doesn't hold back, straight up obliterating him with a single blow. Ijin grabs the guy's wrist, using his momentum against him, and then delivers another devastating POW. He's twisting the guy's arm now, and you can see the pain radiating off of him. No mercy from our boy. Ijin transitions into a full-on takedown, slamming the guy to the ground with a resounding slam. Guy is completely out of it, groaning in pain, but Ijin isn't giving him a second to recover. Ijin swiftly pins him down, securing a tight hold. This dude is trapped and it's over. He's maintaining the hold, applying pressure, and it's clear Ijin knows exactly what he's doing. Ijin's opponent is struggling, but he's completely locked down. There's no escape from this grip. Our boy is relentless, and it's a brutal display of skill. Ijin is a straight-up fighting machine. Ijin's got this guy completely pinned, and honestly, it looks like he's trying to rip his arm off. But wait, the guy's crew jumps in, trying to pull Ijin off, thinking they can save their friend. Ijin doesn't even flinch, he just uses their momentum against them, sending the whole group tumbling. Seriously buff guy steps forward, sizing up Ijin. He's clearly the leader, and he's not impressed. The leader starts laying into Ijin, questioning his skills, but our boy just stares him down, completely unfazed. The leader tries to throw a punch, thinking he's got the reach advantage, but Ijin sidesteps it like it's nothing. Ijin grabs the leader's arm and throws him, sending him crashing into his own guys. It's a domino effect. The leader's crew is down and he's left stunned, but he's still trying to get back up, yelling for a rematch. Ijin just stands there, calmly telling them to back off. This dude is ice cold, straight up. Someone in the crowd is totally blown away by Ijin's fighting skills, and honestly, who isn't? The leader's crew thinks they can salvage something, but the man in the suit shuts it down. No one's touching Ijin. Someone questions what's going on, and a red-haired dude calmly explains they've still got Ijin covered. A woman in a trench coat steps forward, saying they'll try to end it here, and honestly, she's got a point. She thinks they'll fight for their pride, but Ijin already beat 3 guys. It's not looking good for them. The woman explains they provoked Ijin to humiliate him, but now the tables have turned, and they'll give up. The crew looks defeated and Ijin just stands there, totally owning the situation. This dude is a menace. Ijin's already shut down the fight and his crew is just standing there, clearly realizing they messed with the wrong guy. The leader's crew is totally outmatched and Ijin is just standing there, radiating power. No way they can win. The woman and the man in the suit observe the scene, and it's clear they knew Ijin would handle this. Ijin just stares down the leader's crew and straight up, they look terrified. They definitely regret their choices. The exhibition match is officially on, and the crowd is going wild for our boy, Ijin. Ijin's supporters are chanting his name, and the man in the suit seems pretty pleased with the energy. But the woman in the trench coat isn't impressed. She's side-eyeing Ijin like he's a problem. She mutters about how Ijin's a pain, but the man beside her chuckles, saying he barely speaks at all. The man thinks Ijin's silence is a good thing, that actions matter more than words, and honestly, he's right. The woman looks thoughtful, realizing Ijin's quiet strength is more intimidating than any boastful talk. Ijin's team is hyped, and one of them starts walking forward, ready to support their teammate. The woman watches him go, a small smile playing on her lips. She clearly understands what's about to happen. However, Ijin is already one step ahead, and he's making a move. This dude is a chess master. He's stepping forward, ready to dominate, and his team is right behind him. No way anyone can stop them now. Ijin turns to a guy in a suit and asks how he's feeling, like he doesn't just wreck people for fun. The guy looks totally shocked, and a woman beside him is giving Ijin the side-eye. She's not impressed, bro. But the man in the suit seems to appreciate Ijin checking on him, and honestly, that's kinda sweet. Okay, so our boy Ijin's boss is straight up furious about those recent fights. He's calling whoever beat his guys a little punk. His bodyguard is trying to explain it away, saying the first match was just carelessness, but the other two losses were too easy. Someone asks if this mysterious fighter is really that good, and honestly, the boss is starting to sweat a little. He's glaring, visibly annoyed, and you can tell he doesn't like hearing about someone outclassing his security. The bodyguard tries to explain that being a bodyguard isn't just about fighting, it's about more than hand-to-hand combat, but the boss cuts him off, admitting he's right. Combat skills are just one of the requirements for protecting him. Ijin's boss finally concedes, taking a sip of his drink, and you can tell he's starting to respect this unknown opponent. He clacks his glass down, clearly deep in thought about who this mystery fighter is and what they're capable of. The bodyguard continues explaining that they only hire heavyweight champions for sparring, hinting at the level of skill they expect. But the boss is thinking bigger than just fighting skills now. He's realizing this is a different kind of threat altogether. Okay, so the boss is laying out his plan. He's going to use this visit to find out who took down his guys. He's thinking about his brother and wants to exploit his weaknesses, straight up admitting he's got a scheme brewing. The visit is wrapping up and the boss thanks the host for everything, but it's clearly a polite dismissal. He asks if they've thought about his earlier question and things get tense. The host looks super uncomfortable. The host asks for one more day, hoping to stall, but this dude isn't buying it. The boss casually agrees, saying he can take one more day, and honestly, that feels ominous. The host looks shocked, like she's trying to read his mind. What's he really up to? She's staring at him, questioning why he's so willing to give her more time, and you can tell she doesn't trust it. He just shrugs, looking completely unbothered, but bro, there's a lot going on behind those eyes. This dude is playing 4D chess, and Ijin's brother is about to get played. No way this ends well. The host is straight up panicking, asking what he's even talking about and trying to play dumb. He doubles down, saying he gets it, and asks why she's so flustered. This dude is relentless. She denies everything, claiming she has no idea what he means, but her face says otherwise. She tries to regain control, taking a sip of wine, but she's clearly rattled. It's not working. The boss's eyes narrow, and he's giving her a look that says, "Don't even try to lie to me." She finally snaps, demanding to know why he even wants to marry her if he feels this way. He lays down the law, love is their business, and he wants to know what she's going to do about it. She's stunned silent, and he just stares her down, expecting an answer. This dude is intense. She finally manages to speak, asking if that's the only way to keep others safe, and Ijin's brother is all like, "What?" He casually opens the car door for her, but it's a super unsettling gesture given what he just said. She steps into the car, surrounded by his men, and honestly, It looks less like a ride and more like an arrest. She offers a simple thanks, but her expression is unreadable. Is she accepting or plotting? Suddenly, the car lurches forward with a thud. Something just happened, and it's not good. The car speeds off, and it's clear this whole situation is spiraling out of control. No way this is a peaceful ride. She's completely silent, and bro, the tension inside that car is thick enough to cut with a knife. But Ijin's brother is already moving on like this whole thing is just a minor inconvenience, cold-blooded. She announces they're done for the day, but Ijin's brother is like, nah, we're not finished yet. He insists things aren't over until tomorrow, and she gives him this side eye that says, oh, really? Suddenly, a rough-looking dude with spider tattoos appears, and he's staring right at her creepy. He asks if she's okay, and honestly, this guy is radiating bad vibes, total predator. She barely glances at him, totally unfazed, while Ijin's brother steps forward, blocking her view. Ijin's brother casually asks the guy what he wants, but his voice is all warning. This is about to pop off. Spider Tattoo Dude responds with a smug grin, and it's clear he's looking for trouble, straight up. He starts rambling about needing to take care of her, but our boy isn't having it. Ijin's brother grabs the guy's wrist, and you can see the force in his grip. This dude messed up big time. But before things escalate, another figure emerges from the crowd, and he's got a seriously intense stare. Ijin's brother suddenly decides he needs to run an errand and asks to get out, super sus. He practically jumps out of the car, and his sister's look says it all. What are you doing? Our boy starts sprinting, and it's fast, like seriously, he's a blur. He slams into someone, and it's a total mess of flailing limbs and surprised yells. The impact sends another guy flying, and Ijin's brother doesn't even flinch, cold. He keeps running, leaving a trail of chaos in his wake. No way is he slowing down. He's moving so fast you barely see his feet hitting the ground. This dude is a machine. And then a close-up of his face. He's locked onto something and he looks serious. He's got a determined look, and it's clear he's not stopping until he gets what he wants. But honestly, this whole situation is about to blow up, and it's gonna be epic. Okay, so Ijin chases down this assassin, but it turns out he was after Lewin Bailey, the second son, straight up. Everyone's asking if Lewin was the target, and it looks like the old man is getting reports that Lewin has been investigating his brother. But here's the twist. Lewin was actually supposed to receive crucial intel from someone on the inside at the scene. They're wondering if the second Bailey son is behind everything, and honestly, this dude looks shady as hell. The old man reveals the Baileys were fighting over the succession, which is messy even without assassins. However, he's relieved the situation seems to have been resolved, which is convenient to say the least. We cut to Terminal 2, and our boy is walking with a whole crew of suited-up guys. It's about to go down. They're all heading towards someone, and I'm getting serious tension here. This is not a friendly visit. A woman stands there looking totally calm, but surrounded by this many suits. She's either incredibly brave or clueless. Ijin is walking right towards her, and bro, something tells me this is where the real game begins. The woman admits she doesn't understand relationships but needs affection. It's kinda sad, honestly. A red-haired dude interrupts, asking what she means by love and affection. Talk about awkward timing. She straight up confirms she's talking about love, and this dude is already making moves. But she shuts it down fast, saying he'll be asking for the same things soon enough. She drops a bomb. She owes Ijin's boyfriend a favor now, and bro, the look on her face is priceless. She's totally flustered, and the red-haired dude is staring at her like she grew a second head. He asks if Ijin is just her crush, and this dude is seriously testing his luck right now. You get a super close-up of her eyes, and she's giving him a look that says you have no idea. She responds with that's right, and you can tell she's playing a whole different game. But the red-haired dude is still confused, and honestly, he's about to get played hard. Ijin says he doesn't need thanks, and this dude's already getting a cold shoulder harsh. The red-haired guy nods, but you can see he's seriously not happy about it. Everyone is staring, and it's clear they are all wondering what just happened with Ijin. They're straight up whispering about him getting scouted. No way, this is moving fast. But they're also freaking out that someone is taking Ijin from them. Drama central. The red-haired dude tries to play it cool, offering a handshake, but Ijin just smirks. He's basically saying he doesn't need the other guy's approval, and honestly, savage. The gray-haired dude steps forward, nodding in agreement with Ijin. This is a power move. The red-haired dude looks absolutely defeated, and Ijin is just standing there, radiating confidence. Ijin's got this whole situation handled, and bro, he's not even breaking a sweat. Ijin tells the gray-haired guy he owes him one, super cryptic, but we know our boy doesn't do anything without a reason. The whole crew is walking, and honestly, they look like they're about to take over the world. Intimidating. We cut to a school hallway, and this girl is walking home, looking totally normal, but something feels off. She glances over and sees a black car pull up, and she's clearly confused what's going on. A guy in a suit steps out of the car, staring right at her, and she's getting seriously spooked. This is a bad sign. She whips around and her eyes widen. She recognizes someone else nearby, and it's a total shock. She asks what's happening, and the guy in the suit replies, "Really?" then says he heard about yesterday. So much tension. He explains he heard about what happened yesterday, and she's clearly surprised. This is getting interesting. The girl's expression changes, and she's clearly realizing something. She's connecting the dots. She stares, completely shocked, and we're left hanging. No way, cliffhanger time. The girl asks what his dreams are, and Ijin just stares at her. He's never even thought about it, seriously. He's holding his drink so tightly, knuckles white, but he just shrugs it off. This dude is ice cold. She's shocked he's never considered his future, but before she can say anything, the gray-haired guy interrupts. He tells her asking about dreams is ridiculous, and that she'll face consequences for digging, major warning signs. Ijin straight up grabs her wrist, and she looks startled. He's not letting her get away with anything. Suddenly, gunfire erupts, rat-a-tat-a-tat, and everyone's diving for cover. It's absolute chaos. They're pinned down, and the scene is a total mess, but Ijin is already planning his next move, you know it. Ijin takes charge, ordering everyone to fall back. Our boy is a natural leader, even in a firefight. He's shielding the girl, moving her to safety, and honestly, this dude is a total pro. But as they're escaping, a sniper takes aim. No way, this is about to get intense again. Ijin's taking fire, but he's already moving, dodging bullets like it's nothing, straight up Matrix stuff. He returns fire with his pistol, taking down one attacker, then another. This dude is a one-man army. But another enemy appears, and Ijin gets blasted backwards. Ouch, that looked rough. He's wounded, covered in blood, but he's still fighting, protecting the girl at all costs. Our boy is relentless. Ijin uses the chaos to grab the girl, and they're both running, desperately trying to escape the onslaught. She's looking at him, shocked by everything, but Ijin just keeps pushing forward. He won't let anything happen to her. Our boy is chilling, enjoying a drink and some snacks, looking all relaxed. But the mood instantly shifts when someone mentions Gilsoo Kang. Apparently, this guy is a big deal. Someone else walks in, looking concerned, and straight up asks if they saw Gilsoo Kang too. Another dude arrives, and he's clearly not thrilled about the mention of Gilsoo Kang, wondering what he's back for. This guy is seriously stressed, saying everything goes to hell if Gilsoo Kang is really back for good, no joke. They speculate if Gilsoo Kang is teaming up with Dushik Cha, another dangerous player, but someone dismisses it. However, another man insists Dushik Cha isn't on Gilsoo Kang's level. He's skilled, but doesn't have the same reach. Someone drops a chilling line. If Gilsoo Kang had been there, they'd all be dead already. Talk about a threat. The room falls silent, filled with gloom as everyone processes the possibility of Gilsoo Kang's return. And honestly, the tension is thick. You can cut it with a knife. One of the guys tries to downplay Gilsoo Kang, saying he's past his prime, but the older man straight up tells him to not talk about age. The older man's got a point. He's clearly a force to be reckoned with, and not someone you want to offend. He laughs, and it's not a friendly laugh. This dude is radiating menace, no way. Someone asks what Gilsoo Kang wants, and the older man reveals he's been laying low, gathering resources. But it's not just resources. He's been building alliances, and that's seriously bad news for everyone involved. They wonder if he's after territory, but the older man drops a bombshell. Gilsoo Kang is after something much bigger. And honestly, the way he says it, it sounds like Gilsoo Kang is planning something huge, something that'll shake things up. The man insists Gilsoo Kang is playing a long game, and they need to figure out what it is before it's too late. However, one guy scoffs, saying Gilsoo Kang is just a washed-up old man. Talk about tempting fate. The older man's reaction is priceless, though he's totally unimpressed with this dude's bravado. The older man insists he doesn't have what it takes, and our boy just smirks. This dude is playing mind games. He claims he's too old to bother with all this, but it's clearly a calculated move to throw everyone off. The older man snickers, and honestly, it's a super creepy sound, like he knows something we don't. They are at a club called Night City, and this whole scene is giving off major villain vibes. The older man is laying out the situation. Gilsoo Kang is definitely coming for something big, and they need to be ready. He says Gilsoo Kang is a predator and they're all just prey. It's seriously unsettling, no way. One of the guys tries to act tough, but the older man just dismisses him with a cold laugh. The older man explains Gilsoo Kang has been gathering resources, but it's not just about money, it's about power. He's been building alliances, and that's a huge problem. This dude is a master strategist. However, the older man seems to enjoy the tension, and honestly, it's a little disturbing. A fleet of cars speeds away from the club. It's a full-blown escape, and things are getting real. Someone asks what Gilsoo Kang was doing there, and another guy says he was on business. Sketchy, right? He warns them not to get involved with Gilsoo Kang, but our boy steps in, declaring his loyalty. The older man just stares him down, and honestly, it's a super intense moment. This dude doesn't scare easily. He says he'll never leave his boss' side, and the older man seems unimpressed, to say the least. The older man seems to be considering something, and his expression is giving off major "I'm about to make a move" vibes. He's deep in thought, then straight up starts making a call. Something big is definitely brewing. The cars race through the city, and you can feel the urgency. They're trying to get away from something huge. The older man hangs up the phone, and his face is stone cold. This dude is planning something massive. He's definitely hiding something, and it's clear Gilsoo Kang is the key to all of it. No way this is over. Ijin's older brother is a beast. He's doing pull-ups and weightlifting, looking absolutely ripped. His sister knocks, asking if she can come in, and Ijin's brother is totally focused on his workout. She walks in and is immediately stunned. Apparently, this dude's physique is on another level. She brings out a plate of dumplings, and Ijin's brother finally pauses, looking impressed. She sets the plate down, and Ijin's brother casually starts examining them. Seriously, the guy is a machine. She asks if all guys are that good at pull-ups, and his brother just stares at her, totally unreadable. He's lost in thought, and honestly, it's a little creepy. Something's definitely on his mind. Ijin's brother looks like he's gearing up for something. He's about to drop a bombshell. I can feel it. But then the older man's eyes snap to the door, and he seems to be assessing something. He's clearly hiding something, and it's connected to Ijin's mission. No way this is a coincidence. Ijin's brother is straight up laying down the law. Everyone is good, and he expects them to be. His sister nods, giving a thumbs up, but she looks seriously confused by what just happened. Ijin's brother pulls out his phone, and it's clear he's about to share some important intel. He's explaining that his recent mission was a success, and that it's all thanks to Ijin. His sister is genuinely shocked. Apparently, Ijin saved a ton of people on that mission. However, she's starting to piece things together, realizing just how dangerous Ijin's life has been. Ijin's brother stares at her, and you can tell he's bracing for her reaction. This is about to get real. Okay, so our boy's boss is getting a report, and it's bad. All 6 targets are seriously wounded. His subordinate tries to explain, but this dude is straight up stone-faced, just lighting a cigarette. He's getting the full rundown, and honestly, you can see the rage building behind those eyes. A close-up shows just how intense he is. This guy is not happy, and things are about to go down. You see the aftermath. The room is covered in blood, and it's a total mess, but he doesn't even flinch. He takes a long drag of his cigarette, clenching his jaw. This is a serious power move, no doubt. Another close-up confirms it. He's absolutely furious, and something big is about to happen. He just stands there, silent, radiating menace. You can practically feel the tension in the air. His subordinate is clearly worried, and honestly he should be. Our boy is about to unleash. He finally speaks, just 3 dots, but it's enough to send shivers down your spine. This is getting intense. He gets a call, and it's Gilsoo, someone he clearly knows from way back. No way this is a friendly chat. Gilsoo spills the tea. Someone's been hitting up their old joint. This dude is instantly on alert. He claims he's still connected, still knows the streets. Basically, he's saying he's got this under control. He's chilling in his penthouse overlooking the city and straight up asks who did it. This guy doesn't mess around. He says he'll investigate but then drops a bomb. It's not his first time dealing with this and it won't be the last. He's back on the phone giving orders and honestly, he sounds like he's enjoying this way too much. He assures whoever's on the other end they'll handle it, but you can tell he's already planning to take care of things himself. He's got a cold look in his eye and it's clear he's not just looking for answers, he's looking for payback. Our boy is totally back in mercenary mode and it's a little scary. He's a completely different person. He's already gearing up, prepping for whatever's about to happen, and things are about to get messy. You just know it. Our boy is grilling Gilsoo, demanding to know who messed with their territory, and Gilsoo is sweating bullets. Gilsoo insists it wasn't them, but he's stammering, and honestly, it's super sus. He claims they've got alibis, but our boy doesn't buy it for a second. This dude is a pro at reading people. Suddenly, a much bigger guy storms in, furious, yelling about someone messing with his turf. This new guy is massive and straight up accuses them of being behind it. Things are about to explode. Our boy tries to calm him down, but this guy isn't hearing it. He's looking for a fight, no doubt. However, his icy calm is just a facade. You can see the killer instinct building behind his eyes. He casually steps back, letting his bodyguard, Ijin, step forward. Smart move, protecting his assets. Ijin, all stoic and imposing, just stares down the angry guy. This is about to get real messy. The angry guy keeps yelling, but Ijin doesn't even flinch, and our boy, he's got a tiny, terrifying smile. Our boy is backing up, letting his crew handle this, but it's clear he's the one calling the shots. Big guy keeps demanding answers, totally oblivious to the danger he's in. This is hilarious. Ijin finally speaks, and it's a flat denial. They weren't involved, period. Suddenly, another guy steps up, looking even angrier, claiming someone messed with his karaoke lounge. He's yelling about Bloom Unit and how they are the ones responsible. What even is Bloom Unit? Our boy is stone-faced, but you can tell he's piecing things together. This dude is a tactical genius. Another guy chimes in, confirming it wasn't their group, but someone else. The plot thickens. They're all pointing fingers, trying to distance themselves, but our boy sees right through it. The tension is insane. The angry karaoke guy is getting desperate, demanding to know who did it, and honestly, he's starting to annoy everyone. The boy finally speaks up, cool as a cucumber, and straight up says it wasn't them, but they will find out who was. Ijin says he can't figure out who's behind the trouble, but he's heading to the hospital to investigate. He's rolling in style, a sleek black car with his crew following close behind, and honestly, it's intimidating. Ijin stares out the window, looking serious as heck. This dude is deep in thought, trying to connect the dots. The car speeds off and you know things are about to go down. Vroom. This is gonna be a long night. His team trails the car, all looking sharp, and they give him a respectful good night, sir. Total boss vibes. Ijin still brooding in the car, his face all tight. He's really focused on this, you can tell. He realizes there's usually a loose end when two mobs are fighting, but this time, it's strangely quiet. He's thinking out loud and it's kinda creepy. This whole situation feels off, like something's being hidden. We get a shot of the hospital at night, all lit up. It's a bit ominous, honestly. Our boy is definitely onto something, and whatever it is, it's bigger than anyone expects. No way this is simple. Ijin's phone buzzes. It's his mom, asking if he's meeting Mr. Cha today, and honestly, it feels like a trap. He's totally playing it cool though, saying he's busy, but his mom isn't buying it for a second. She reveals she packed him a ton of food, like a mountain of containers, and is expecting him to share. Ijin is visibly annoyed but tries to hide it, and she casually mentions someone's been spreading rumors about him. She says they're claiming he's just been laying around, and this dude is not happy about it. Ijin's face darkens. He's clearly hiding something, and this convo is hitting a nerve. He's staring at the food containers, looking conflicted, like, does he accept the peace offering or not? Ijin finally takes the food, deciding to bring it along, but you can tell this whole situation is stressing him out. He looks away, face grim. No way, this is just about a family visit. Something big is brewing. Okay, so our boy Ijin is chilling at this fancy house and someone sends over a ton of food, like a feast. He's kinda surprised because he doesn't remember the last time anyone made him a meal this elaborate. He asks who made it and the guy hosting him says it's his mom, a great cook. But hold up. Ijin straight up corrects him. It was his little sister who cooked, which is a total shocker to the host. The host is confused like your sister, but she's so young, no way he expected that. Ijin explains they lost their parents when they were kids, and his sister had to learn to cook to take care of them both. The host finally gets it, realizing his sister basically raised Ijin and took on a lot of responsibility. He seems genuinely touched, and Ijin's story is clearly hitting him hard. Ijin's looking down, a little somber, but it's cool to see this vulnerable side of him. And the host, he's just processing everything, finally understanding the weight of Ijin's past. The host tries to be welcoming, offering Ijin a drink, but our boy is clearly uncomfortable. Things get weird, the host starts laughing hysterically and scratching his head like he's losing it. He insists on getting Ijin a drink, turning away, but Ijin is already on high alert. Ijin decides he's had enough and starts to leave, but the host casually says that's okay. The host heads to the fridge and it's packed with alcohol, seriously nothing but booze. He stares at the fridge, realizing this dude has a serious drinking problem, and it's kinda creepy. Ijin's already halfway out the door like peace out, and the host doesn't even try to stop him. The host just stands there staring after him, and honestly, it's a little unsettling. Ijin's already gone and the host just shrugs it off like no big deal. But bro, something's definitely off with this guy, and Ijin was right to bounce. Ijin's dad gets a call and his face drops. Hyun-seok is missing, no way. He's straight up panicking, realizing something's seriously wrong with his son's disappearance. He tries to play it cool with Ijin, telling him to head out, but it's a flimsy excuse. Turns out 2 of their stores were hit last night, and they can't find the culprit. Ijin's listening intently, figuring out his dad is hiding something. He's not buying it. His dad apologizes, but Ijin is already processing, a steely glint in his eye. Ijin doesn't say a word, just stares intensely at his dad. This dude is about to unleash. The dad's trying to downplay things, but Ijin is already piecing it together. Hyun-seok's disappearance is connected. Ijin's thinking hard, the store's being hit, Hyun-seok gone. Something's definitely linking up. He's already formulating a plan, a determined look on his face. Our boy is about to go to work. Ijin's dad is on the phone, barking orders. He wants Gilsoo found, ASAP, and he's not playing around. He demands to know who keeps targeting them, and his crew confirms it's Dushik. This dude is a repeat offender. His dad's face is pure fury, clenching his jaw, but he's still prioritizing finding Hyun-seok first. Smart move. He gives the order to deal with whoever is behind this, and his subordinates respond with a resounding yes, sir. Ijin asks who keeps coming at them, and his dad reveals it's Dushik, but something's off with his tone. His dad tries to brush it off, but Ijin's already connecting the dots. Dushik is a distraction, no doubt. Ijin realizes his dad is hiding something, and he's not happy about it. This is about to get intense. His dad's trying to act normal, but Ijin's stare is piercing. He's demanding answers, and he's getting them. Dad admits he suspects Dushik is just a pawn. Someone else is pulling the strings, and it's serious. Ijin's already calculating, figuring out the bigger picture. This dude is a tactical genius, straight up. Ijin's on the phone with his dad, and he straight up calls him out. Someone is orchestrating everything. He thinks his dad wanted him to find out, and honestly, he's right. This is getting wild. His dad confirms it, admitting he wanted Ijin to know, and he's got a creepy smile while saying it. Ijin presses for more, asking what this is all about, and his dad drops a bombshell. Someone messed with him recently. His dad reveals they tried to get to him before and failed, but they won't stop. This is escalating fast. He says they need to set an example because if they don't, everyone will turn on him. Heavy stuff. Ijin's still analyzing, eyes narrowed, but his dad seems satisfied, like he's enjoying this game. His dad's saying it's all connected, and Ijin realizes he's been played, but he's playing along too. Ijin's dad is explaining that Dushik wasn't the target but a message, and bro is not thrilled. Ijin is convinced someone set this up, and he's about to find out who, no matter the cost. Ijin's dad is laying it all out. Someone tried to take him out, but they failed, and now they're coming for Ijin. But it's not just about him. They're after anyone connected to him, and that includes anyone who got screwed over by his dad. Suddenly, someone attacks. Ijin barely reacts, dodging a blade aimed right at his neck. This dude is seriously fast. Ijin grabs the attacker's wrist, but it's like holding a live wire. Energy is surging through him, and it looks painful. He's channeling that energy, somehow absorbing it, and honestly, the attacker looks terrified as Ijin's power grows. Ijin unleashes a burst of energy, sending the attacker flying. No way that guy is getting up after that. Okay, so things are intense. Someone in a full mask shows up and everyone instantly knows it's Ijin, our boy, even with the disguise. Huge warning sign flashes on screen because straight up, this episode is about to get brutal, like seriously violent. Someone's asking what Ijin is doing there, but honestly, they should already know trouble follows this dude everywhere. We get a close-up, and even with half his face covered, you can tell Ijin is radiating pure, cold focus. This guy, Dusik, is tied to a chair, absolutely covered in blood, and he's clearly been through a LOT. Dusik is talking smack, thinking he can play games with Ijin, but that's a massive mistake, trust me. Ijin is standing over Dusik, and you can see the rage building. This dude is not messing around at all. Dusik looks up, clearly realizing he messed with the wrong person, and his face is full of fear. Someone's taking steps toward the scene, but it's too late. The damage is already done, and it's about to escalate. Ijin's here, and he's not backing down. This is going to be a bloodbath. I'm calling it now. Ijin jumps, launching himself at Dusik. It's happening. The fight is on. He clutches Dusik's collar and throws a straight-up devastating punch, pow, right to the face. Ijin's weapon flashes a blade of energy, and he swoops, aiming for Dusik's legs. Dusik tries to block with his leg, but bam, Ijin's kick sends him flying backwards. Another punch lands, another POW, and this dude is getting wrecked. No way he can handle this. Ijin's eyes are locked on his target, intense and focused. He's a machine, bro, a straight-up predator. He swishes the energy blade again, aiming for Dusik, who's desperately trying to dodge. It's too fast. Blade connects with Dusik's weapon, and with a thwack it sends it flying, completely shattered. The broken weapon clatters to the ground with a clank, and honestly, this dude had it coming. Ijin finishes the fight, a final swift move, and it's over just like that, straight up brutal. Ijin stands over the wreckage and a shadowy figure emerges. It's Dusik's boss, and he looks pissed. The boss starts wailing on Ijin with a metal pipe, but our boy is dodging like a pro. It's almost comical. Ijin counters with a brutal attack, disarming the boss and sending him sprawling. This is getting messy, fast. The pipe shatters after Ijin's attack, and honestly, this dude brought a pipe to a gunfight. Ijin's face is stone cold, and he's surveying the scene. He's not even breaking a sweat. It's insane. He looks down at the downed goons, and they're all terrified. They know they messed with the wrong guy. The boss is clutching his face, spitting out teeth. It's a grim sight, but he deserved it. He's trying to glare at Ijin, but he's clearly in no condition. The rage is still there, though. Ijin's just standing there, completely unfazed, and it's sending chills down my spine. What a beast. The boss tries to say something, but all that comes out is a gurgle. Ijin's dominance is complete. Ijin's moving faster than the eye can see, launching a flurry of attacks. The boss doesn't even know what hit him. He's connecting punch after punch, each one landing with insane force. This dude is a human whirlwind. Ijin unleashes a final, devastating blow, and the boss goes flying straight into a wall. No way. The boss is crumpled on the ground, completely broken. Ijin doesn't even look winded. It's unbelievable. He delivers another kick for good measure, just to make sure the message is received. No messing with our boy. The boss tries to get up, but Ijin's already on him, delivering a brutal stop. It's over, for real this time. Ijin's face is a mask of cold fury, and he's looming over the boss. The power imbalance is insane. He's got the boss pinned, and the guy is practically begging for mercy, but Ijin isn't showing any. Ijin delivers one last, bone-jarring strike. This is straight up terrifying. He's not holding back. The boss is completely out of it, and Ijin steps back. Mission accomplished, and honestly, he deserved it. Anatol's pulling a knife. Dude's really trying to fight back. Talk about a bad idea. Ijin moves like a blur, the knife flying out of Anatol's hand before he even knows what's happening. Anatol's clutching his face, blood running down his hands. Ijin's not messing around, straight up. Ijin's got this intense stare down, and it's clear he's not finished. This dude is ice cold. Anatol's questioning what just happened, and honestly, he should be terrified right now. Ijin launches another attack, and Anatol tries to block, but it's useless. The force is overwhelming. He's unleashing a flurry of kicks, each one connecting with brutal precision. Anatol's getting wrecked. Anatol's getting slammed back, completely defenseless. Ijin's relentless, no breaks. Another kick lands, sending Anatol flying. Wham! And honestly, this dude had it coming. A flash of red light, Ijin's delivering the final blow, and it looks absolutely devastating. Ijin twists his wrist and Anatole lets out a yell. This dude is seriously getting dismantled. Anatole tries to block, but Ijin's attack is too fast. It connects with a sickening thud. Ijin unleashes another strike and Anatole's face explodes in a burst of red. No way, that's brutal. He follows up with a powerful kick, sending Anatole reeling. Ijin's not giving him a chance to breathe. Anatole crashes to the ground, completely out of it, Ijin standing over him looking down. Ijin's back is turned, but he's still radiating intensity. This dude is a straight-up predator. He adjusts his cap and Anatole's face is visible, completely wrecked, and honestly, he deserved it. Ijin raises his hand and a blade of energy flashes out. It's like he's summoning a weapon from nowhere. The energy blade clashes with Anatole's knife. Clank, it's a desperate attempt to defend, but futile. Ijin's eyes lock onto Anatole and the energy blade glows brighter. Our boy is finishing this, no doubt. Anatole swings, desperate, but Ijin sidesteps and slashes. It's a clean cut across his arm. Anatole stumbles back, clutching his wound, and Ijin follows up with a brutal kick to the chest. He's kicking Anatole's blade away, straight up shattering it, and Anatole falters, completely losing his footing. Ijin doesn't hesitate, delivering another devastating blow, and a wave of crimson explodes outward. No way. We jump right into the action. It's episode 82 of Teenage Mercenary, and things are already wild. This dude's got another guy pinned, and it looks like a serious interrogation is going down, bro. Someone bursts in, demanding to know who this masked figure even is. Honestly, rude. Our boy just flashes this intense, terrifying grin, and you know someone's about to regret everything. He shoves the guy he's holding straight into the path of the newcomer. No chill at all. Then, in one swift motion, he yanks the newcomer's arm back, and things get messy, to say the least. The guy tries to fight back, but our boy is just too fast, too strong, and straight up relentless. A sword flashes and a spray of blood fills the frame. This is getting intense, no way. The sword clangs off something, and you can tell this fight is far from over, but it's a brutal start. He's got the guy cornered, and the look on his face, pure menace. This dude is a problem. The masked dude is all business, straight up charging the guy with the sword, no hesitation at all. The guy tries to land a blow, but our boy dodges and counters with a terrifying speed, and honestly, it looks brutal. He's got the guy pinned, and the masked dude is right there, looming over him. It's a power move. The guy's trying to fight back, but our boy's grip tightens, and you can see the pain on his face. He's really squeezing now, and it looks like the guy is about to pass out. No mercy from this dude. Our boy delivers a final, crushing blow, and the guy just drops completely out of it. But just when you think it's over, another guy rushes in. Talk about bad timing, bro. He swings, but our boy is already moving, dodging the attack with insane reflexes. Seriously impressive. He spins around, disarms the attacker, and then sends him flying with a powerful kick, straight up textbook. The guy goes sailing through the air, and our boy doesn't even flinch. This dude is a monster, no way. He's landing blow after blow on the guy with the sword, and it's brutal. This dude isn't holding back. The guy with the sword tries to retaliate, but our boy just grabs his hand, stopping the attack cold. He's twisting the guy's wrist, and you can see the pain. No mercy from our boy, seriously. Our boy slams the sword-wielding guy to the ground, and the impact is hard, a total knockout. But then another guy jumps in, all fired up, and it looks like he's about to attack our boy. He swings a punch, but our boy dodges and delivers a devastating counter, sending the attacker flying. This dude goes soaring through the air, crashing into something, and honestly, he had it coming. Our boy doesn't even react to the attack. He's just standing there completely unfazed. What a monster. A third guy rushes in, looking enraged, and starts throwing punches, but our boy is too quick. He dodges every attack and then delivers a crushing blow, sending the guy stumbling back. Straight up domination. More guys rush in, thinking they can take our boy. They are so wrong about this. He's taking a beating, getting punched all over, but he barely seems fazed. It's kinda scary. He huffs, trying to catch his breath, but then just flinches. Something's clearly wrong. His face is a mess, covered in blood, but he's still glaring at the guys. This dude has insane willpower. Suddenly, he bursts with energy and his eyes glow. It's like a switch just flipped. He's moving so fast now, a blur of motion, and the attackers are completely overwhelmed. No chance for them. The guys are trying to swarm him, but he's pushing them back one after another, straight up demolition. He's got one guy by the collar, lifting him off the ground, and the look on his face is terrifying. He throws the guy and then another, and they go flying. This dude is a whirlwind of destruction. The remaining guys are backing away, completely intimidated, yelling, "Yes, sir." They know they messed with the wrong guy. Okay, so the aftermath is brutal. Guys are down everywhere, completely wrecked. He's surveying the damage, looking down at the unconscious bodies, and it's kinda terrifying. Then a shadowy figure appears behind him. A new player enters the game. This new guy is wearing a cap and mask, hiding his face, but he's got a wounded ear. Something's up. The masked dude's staring intensely, and our boy finally turns around. The tension is insane. He pulls out his phone, ending a call, and looks up with a serious expression. Something just went down. He demands to know what's going on, and his face is like stone. No joke, this dude means business. Close up on his face, you can see the anger and determination etched in every line. He's ready. He's ending the call and looking at the wreckage, clearly realizing this isn't a simple fight. This dude is pissed, and honestly, the guys who started this are about to regret everything. He thanks the masked dude for whatever just happened, but it's super unsettling, like a forced thank you. We start walking step by step, and the tension is building with every footfall. It's creepy quiet. The masked dude stumbles, and our boy instantly turns, ready to react. He's always on alert, no way. No joke, the masked dude is covered in blood, clutching his side. Something went seriously wrong. He starts laughing, a wild, desperate sound, and it's straight up terrifying. This is not good. He's wiping blood from his face, grinning like a maniac, and our boy is realizing this is way bigger than a simple beatdown. The masked dude's losing it, babbling about a mission, but he's clearly injured and in deep trouble. Our boy is stone-faced, assessing the situation, and you can tell he's connecting the dots. This is about to explode. He asks what the mission was, and the masked dude manages to gasp out a single name, Yi Hyan. Before he can say more, the masked dude collapses. Bro, this is a mess, and our boy is right in the middle. Our boy is staring down at the collapsed guy, and his expression is intense, to say the least. He's not happy. But wait, the masked dude's eyes snap open, and he's grinning. A seriously unsettling, blood-soaked grin. No way, he's clearly lost it. Okay, so our boy's boss, this super intense, stone-faced dude, is dropping a ton of cash. Like a whole box full of bills. We're talking serious money, bro. One of the guys asks what it's for, and the boss is straight up like, "It's for your grandma's surgery." He offers the money, but our boy refuses, saying he doesn't need it. Respect. But the boss isn't having it. He's all the hell you don't, and explains it's for the woman who raised him. He lays it out, saying she's the one who's always been there for him, and he needs to try everything he can. The boss is serious, insisting they do whatever it takes while she's still with them, and honestly, it's a powerful moment. He wants to make sure she gets the best care, and he's not backing down. He's laying down the law, telling them to do what they can while she's still here, and it's intense. This dude is a total boss. No way he's letting anything happen to his family. The boss's man thanks him, and our boy just stares off into the sunrise. It's a heavy moment, bro. He accepts the money, and the man walks away, but the boss is still watching him. This dude lights another cigarette, looking super intense, as if he's processing everything. They enter a fancy room, and it's clear the boss has everything taken care of, all set up for the woman. The man apologizes for needing help, but the boss waves it off, saying there's nothing to be sorry for. He explains she passed away peacefully, thanks to their efforts, and it's a bittersweet relief. The boss closes his eyes for a moment, clearly affected by the news, but he's holding it together. He finally opens his eyes and says he's glad she went in peace. It's a touching moment, honestly. And that's it, he repeats, she went peacefully, bro. It's a somber but hopeful ending to this whole situation. They are walking down the hall, and one of the guys mentions Mr. Cha is at a spa. Sounds kinda sus, right? Apparently, Mr. Cha has been borrowing money and even took out a loan on his apartment, and the rumor is he lost it all gambling. The other guy isn't buying it. He thinks something's off, and no way Mr. Cha would just let someone take his money. The guy starts walking faster, and we see his shadow stretching out. Something's about to go down. You can feel it. They reach the spa's front desk, and the guy asks about Mr. Cha, but it's super quiet and creepy. Inside, it looks like a normal spa, but then BAM, people are getting absolutely wrecked, straight up beat down. Our boy's shadow appears and it's clear he's the one causing all the chaos, no hesitation at all. This dude is furious, he's not messing around, and honestly, these guys had it coming. He's staring down someone with pure rage in his eyes. Bro, this is about to get messy. And that's it, the episode ends with a close-up of his intense face. Talk about a cliffhanger. Demands to know what the guy is doing there, straight up confronting him in the spa. The guy tries to play it cool, saying he just came to relax, but our boy isn't buying it. Turns out this dude is Mr. Cha's boss and he's furious about something. He's ready to explode. He starts yelling about money and demanding answers, but Mr. Cha is nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, Mr. Cha appears looking roughed up and tries to explain he's already paid everything back. But the boss doesn't believe him and starts laying into Mr. Cha, threatening him with everything he's got. Mr. Cha breaks down, begging for forgiveness and weeping openly. It's a total mess. The boss continues to berate Mr. Cha, and it's clear he's enjoying this way too much. Then the boss asks where the money is, and Mr. Cha just stares back, completely defeated. He's clearly distraught, and it's about to get real bad. This dude is on the verge of a complete breakdown. Mr. Cha is laying in a hospital bed, totally out of it, and says no to something. The guy in the suit is apologizing, saying it's his fault. Mr. Cha is in this mess, total guilt trip. But then Mr. Cha asks what he's even talking about, confused as heck. The suit insists he's done everything for Mr. Cha, and honestly, it's a little creepy. He's getting seriously angry, clenching his fist. This dude is about to lose it. Mr. Cha opens his eyes and the suit is staring right at him, all intense and menacing. He demands to know what the heck is going on, and it's clear he wants answers now. Suit is still yelling, but it's about Hyun-seok, that name again, it's gotta be important. Mr. Cha is looking totally lost, and we realize the suit is blaming our boy for something. And that's it, the suit is fuming, and this whole situation is about to explode. No way. The suit is on the phone and suddenly realizes the teenager he's talking about is holding a knife. No way. He's freaking out, eyes bulging, totally losing it over this knife-wielding teen. This dude is seeing red. The suit stumbles back, muttering about knives, and then straight up collapses onto the hospital bed with Mr. Cha. He's practically on top of Mr. Cha, and our boy is clearly not happy about it. Personal space much. Mr. Cha grabs the suit by the collar, and it's clear he's about to deliver some serious payback, and honestly, he deserves it. The suit tries to apologize, but Mr. Cha isn't listening and starts dragging him toward the door. This is escalating fast. He yanks the door open and pulls the suit out. Rough but effective, bro. The suit is left sprawled on the floor, and Mr. Cha is standing there, looking totally unbothered, cold as ice. Mr. Cha turns back to his phone, and it's clear he's about to make another call. Something big is happening. He's dialing a number, focused and determined, and you just know this is going to change everything. Strap in. Okay, so our boy Ijin is chilling with some upperclassmen, and things are getting weirdly flirty. He straight up asks for their phone numbers, which is bold even for him, but he's got a reason, trust me. The girls are totally caught off guard, they flinch hard, and I'm kinda feeling bad for them, NGL. But then this other dude, some rich kid, swoops in to save them, and immediately starts questioning Ijin's motives. Ijin stays cool though, just stares him down, and honestly, this dude had it coming. He's trying to play it off like it's no big deal, but you can see the tension building, bro. The rich kid keeps pressing, wanting to know why Ijin wants their numbers, and the girls are super uncomfortable. This guy's face is unreadable, but you know Ijin is calculating everything. He's always calculating. The rich kid is getting aggressive, stepping closer, but Ijin doesn't even flinch, which is kinda scary. However, the rich kid's face says he's about to explode, and I'm bracing for a brawl. This is gonna be good. The rich kid is laying into Ijin, demanding to know why he's hitting on them, and the girls are seriously freaked out. Ijin barely reacts, but the rich kid is getting red in the face. He's about to lose it for real. Suddenly, the girls bolt, whispering about needing to backstep. They clearly don't want to be around this drama. They dash out of there, leaving Ijin and the rich kid staring after them. What a chaotic exit. The rich kid is completely thrown, and Ijin just sighs, looking totally drained. He's not used to this kind of attention. He asks what the rich kid is even talking about, trying to play it cool, but bro is clearly annoyed. Ijin's hand is on the table, and you can see he's clenching his fist. Something is about to go down. The rich kid keeps pushing and Ijin is just slumping like this whole situation is beneath him. Ijin is seriously done. This dude is making him deal with high school nonsense when he's a trained killer. He finally asks what the rich kid wants, and honestly, we're about to see a masterclass in intimidation. So the girls are buzzing, saying some students from Jinny Girls High asked for their contacts. What even is happening? Ijin asks if they gave the contacts out, and the rich kid straight up says no, he's holding strong. Then they turn to Ijin, asking if he gave his number to those girls. The pressure is on. Ijin just sighs, clearly annoyed, and gives a simple no. This dude is not amused. The girls are losing it, practically screaming about Yisel Ki asking for their contacts. Total chaos. They are convinced Ijin is hiding something, and their expressions are priceless. They're so suspicious. The rich kid jumps in, demanding to know if Ijin gave her his number, but our boy stays calm. Ijin just stares him down, and the rich kid's face is like a statue. The tension is unreal. He calmly explains he didn't even talk to Yisel Ki, and honestly, this dude is a master of control. The girls are still freaking out, but Ijin is just over it. He's a mercenary, not a high school gossip columnist. The rich kid's mom suddenly appears, looking furious, and starts yelling at everyone. Total meltdown. Ijin calmly asks for permission to leave school tomorrow for Team 2 training, straight up ignoring the chaos. The rich kid's face is priceless as he stares at Ijin. He's so confused by this dude's audacity. Meanwhile, someone is grumbling about needing something spicy to let off steam. Definitely a bad sign. The rich kid tries to hand Ijin something, looks like a flash drive, but Ijin isn't having it. Ijin's mom steps in, giving the rich kid a serious side eye, and the tension thickens. He's handing the flash drive to the rich kid, but his expression is cold. This dude is not messing around. The rich kid's mom is trying to smile sweetly, but her eyes say otherwise. She's definitely plotting something. Ijin's got a slight smirk, and it's clear he's completely in control of the situation. No way this ends well for them. He calmly repeats his request to leave for training, and honestly, this dude is a legend. Ijin casually mentions there's no afternoon training, then straight up asks if she's free. Smooth move, bro. She says she's free, and he immediately says he'll stop by after her training. This dude doesn't mess around. She agrees, but her expression is kinda intense. Something's definitely up with her. The rich kid is furiously snapping chopsticks in half, looking seriously unhinged, and honestly, good. His mom is slurping noodles, pretending everything is fine, but she's watching Ijin the whole time. Creepy vibes. Ijin turns to face her, giving her a slight smile, and it's clear he sees right through her act. No way she's fooling him. Close up on his face, he's totally playing a game with them, and Ijin is always winning. He repeats his request about training, unwavering, and this dude is just on another level of calm. She's trying to act sweet, but her eyes are icy. She's planning something, and it's probably bad. Ijin's smirk is back, and it's a warning. He knows she's up to something, and he's ready for it. Ijin's walking with the girl and two other students, but they're getting seriously side-eyed by a blonde guy. He's fuming. The blonde dude and another guy start trash-talking Ijin, saying they were bragging about everything. So rude. Everyone's looking at Ijin expectantly, and he just blinks. This dude is playing 4D chess. Blonde guy steps forward, all smug, but Ijin's got this intense stare that shuts him down immediately. The girl looks dazed, like she's realizing something big, and suddenly understands what's going on. She says, "Oh, I see," and it's clear she's figured out the power dynamic here. Ijin is the boss. We get a close-up of a fancy drink with ice, looking all refreshing, but honestly, it feels like a setup. Ijin's still calmly asking about training, while the girl seems to be thinking, and it's like a tense standoff. The blonde guy and his friend are looking at Ijin like he's a monster, and honestly, they're not wrong. Ijin's got this slight smirk, and it's clear he's completely in control. No way this ends well for them. So the girl realizes one of the guys Ijin was talking to is Seokju Ko, and she's asking who the other one is. She's clearly putting the pieces together, trying to figure out who else is important in Ijin's world, but our boy isn't giving anything away. Okay, so our boy is summoned to SW Group headquarters, which is huge, and things are already tense. The chairman straight up tells him he wants to compensate him for all the profit he brought to the company. No way. This dude Iron is like, "Nah, I was just doing my job as a bodyguard," super humble. The chairman insists the scale of the profits is too big to ignore and that it's only fair to reward Iron. Iron keeps playing it down, saying he's just a trainee in SW's security department, but the chairman isn't buying it. The chairman gives him a seriously intense look, like he's about to reveal something big. The chairman explains he hasn't been able to properly thank Iron because he keeps refusing any compensation. Iron looks away, clearly uncomfortable, but he's not backing down from his position. And honestly, you can see Iron is trying to keep things low-key, but this situation is about to blow up. This dude is seriously playing it cool, like he's not about to get a huge payout if he just accepts it. Okay, so the chairman's son, Jihan, shows up and interrupts, looking seriously annoyed. Talk about bad timing. Jihan offers Iron a deal, payment for his services, but it's clearly not a simple thank you gift. Iron tells him to take some time to consider it, but he's giving off major "I'm not interested" vibes. Jihan just stares back, totally unreadable, and I'm starting to think this isn't a negotiation, it's a power play. Chairman's assistant is freaking out, saying he has no idea what Jihan is planning, which is not reassuring. Turns out Jihan's been handling everything anonymously, which is shady AF, and the chairman is not happy. The chairman asks Iron again if he understands the situation, but our boy is still playing it cool. Jihan tries to act like he's just offering fair compensation, but everyone knows there's a catch. The chairman is losing it, saying Iron's refusal is insulting, and honestly, he's right to be mad. Iron just looks away, and you can tell he's bracing for a serious confrontation. This is about to get wild. The chairman is absolutely losing it, ranting about Iron turning down a generous offer, but our boy is straight up unfazed. Iron walks away, and the chairman's assistant suddenly blurts out that the company made a sizable profit because of him. But Iron shocks everyone. He turned down the money, and the assistant is completely floored, asking why. Iron's reasoning is simple. He didn't do it for the cash, and the assistant is trying to process this. The assistant is visibly confused, demanding to know why he'd refuse such a big reward, and honestly, good question. Iron just stares her down, and she's clearly expecting an explanation, but this dude is playing it close to the vest. She keeps pressing him, wanting to know what he was thinking, and you can see she's getting increasingly frustrated. Iron finally breaks the silence, stating he'll consider her offer, but it's a total brush-off. The assistant is still reeling, questioning his motives, and this whole situation is just getting messier. She's completely baffled by his actions, and bro, you can tell she thinks he's playing some kind of game. The assistant is losing her mind, telling Iron he's supposed to accept a gift like that seriously. She explains someone was waiting to thank him, but Iron just cuts her off, saying he's fine. She insists he must be grateful, and this dude is just standing there, looking totally unbothered. But the assistant isn't letting it go, declaring she overestimated how mature he is and calling him naive. She's grumbling under her breath, and honestly, I kinda get why she's annoyed. She crosses her arms, still glaring at him, and Iron just stares back, completely stoic. Iron finally breaks the silence, and you can tell he's not impressed with her attitude. However, as Iron turns to leave, the assistant suddenly collapses. No way. She hits the floor hard, and Iron doesn't even flinch. This dude is ice cold. The scene cuts to a view of the hallway, and it looks like whatever just happened took everyone by surprise. Iron is straight up scaling a rope wall, showing off for everyone, and it looks effortless. Suddenly, the assistant collapses, but Iron barely reacts. This dude is a machine. The other guys start moving in, looking concerned, but Iron's already assessing the situation. He unleashes a blast of energy, and it's like a shockwave. Everyone is sent flying. The energy blast is intense, sending a huge shockwave through the gym, but Iron doesn't even flinch. He's closing in on someone, clearly focused, and it looks like he's about to throw down. Iron delivers a powerful strike, and you can see the impact sending another energy wave outward. The guy he hit is reeling, and Iron is already moving again, relentless as always. One of the guys tries to pull a weapon, but Iron disarms him with incredible speed. Iron scans the room, clearly expecting more, and the remaining guys look absolutely terrified. They're all grilling meat and shrimp. This feast looks insane, and our boy Ijin is demolishing his plate. Someone brags about seeing a huge deposit in their bank account, but Ijin just casually takes a double take. The others urge Ijin to eat more, saying they're grilling a ton just for him. Talk about spoiled. One guy starts questioning Seokju, getting all in his face, but Seokju isn't having it. Seokju's losing his cool, but Ijin's just calmly eating. This dude is on another level of chill. The group is getting rowdy, and it seems like a brawl is brewing, but Ijin is unfazed. They're all talking over each other, offering Ijin more food, and honestly, it's kind of chaotic. Ijin continues to eat, seemingly ignoring the rising tension, and bro is totally in his own zone. Okay, so Ijin's in a super fancy room with his grandfather's friend, and this dude is straight up offering a ton of money. He asks Ijin if he's thought about it, but our boy is clearly not interested in a handout, no way. Ijin explains his grandfather wants to provide for him and his sister on his own terms, respect to the old man. The guy tries to act all generous, saying it's a great financial help, but Ijin isn't buying it. Ijin says his grandfather is doing fine, but the dude doesn't seem to believe him. He's sizing Ijin up. However, Ijin calmly states his grandfather is doing quite well for his age, which is a subtle flex. The older man smirks, and honestly, he looks like he's got something else planned. This is getting interesting. The benefactor casually says Ijin has a fine grandfather, but it feels like a backhanded compliment. The dude is definitely testing Ijin, seeing how he reacts to the offer, and Ijin isn't falling for it. But something tells me this isn't just about money. There's a hidden motive here, and our boy knows it. The benefactor and his bodyguard are walking ahead, and Ijin is right behind them. He's totally playing it cool. Ijin's thinking about how his grandfather used to smile, and it's kinda sweet, honestly. But then he remembers his grandfather never smiled after the incident, which is a total mood killer. He's reflecting on how his grandfather always put on a strong face, even when he was hurting inside. They're walking down this long hallway, and it feels super ominous, like something's about to go down. Ijin speeds up, matching the pace of the two men, and he's clearly sizing them up. He's not trusting anyone. He's analyzing their movements, and bro, this dude is a professional. He notices everything. Ijin starts to suspect the bodyguard is more than just protection, and that's a major red flag. He realizes the bodyguard is deliberately creating distance between him and the benefactor. Something's fishy. Ijin is fully on high alert now, and you can tell he's ready to react to whatever happens next, no joke. Someone asks who this mysterious guy is and why he's coming out of that room. It's a legit question. Ijin's back is to everyone, but you can tell he's assessing the situation, totally in control. Benefactor's assistant spots Ijin and asks if it's Youngho. She's clearly surprised. Someone explains Ijin was a bit late due to a detour, but it sounds like a cover story to us. They say Ijin's currently speaking with the chairman, but honestly, something feels off about this whole setup. The benefactor's wife is staring daggers at Ijin. She's not happy he's gotten the chairman's attention. She's whispering to someone, offering a plan to get an edge over Youngho, and it's shady AF. She's basically saying she'll help this other person get ahead, and it's all about undermining Ijin. The benefactor's wife is intense. Her eyes are practically glowing with scheming energy. But Ijin's already figured out she's up to no good, and he's totally playing along with her game. The old man asks Ijin why he's suddenly showing up, and our boy explains he wrapped things up in Japan. Ijin says his projects are going smoothly, but admits there's been some interference. Classic. He downplays it, saying every new venture has its problems, but the old man isn't buying it for a second. The old man presses him, saying he heard about some ridiculous stuff happening, and Ijin's face changes. Ijin straight up tells him about Yona and Ji getting kidnapped, and you can feel the tension spike. The old man's assistant is visibly shocked, and it's clear this is way bigger than anyone realized. Ijin lays it all out. Someone targeted his family while he was away, and he's not letting it slide. He's completely unfazed, like he's already got a plan to handle whoever's behind this, and honestly, it's intimidating. The old man seems to be gauging Ijin, assessing how serious he is about taking care of business. He nods slowly, a knowing look on his face. This dude recognizes a fellow predator, and it's kinda scary. Ijin assures the old man he trusts his assessment, sipping his tea like a total boss. But the conversation quickly shifts. Ijin's little brother is laying out his grandpa's reasoning for providing for them. The assistant chimes in, revealing they've identified the man Ijin saw earlier, and it's wild. Turns out this dude recently joined SW Security as a trainee, which is straight up suspicious. The assistant explains he was brought in after making exceptions for Ijin's rescue of MS Yona during her kidnapping. But the old man is not happy about this. He questions bringing someone in like that. Ijin's side eye is legendary as he processes this, and you can tell he's piecing things together. The old man's assistant is giving him a look like I told you so, and it's perfect. Ijin's already leaving, dismissing the whole thing, and honestly, he's moving fast. The old man's assistant is left behind, and you know she's about to deliver the tea. This is gonna be good. The assistant spills everything. SW Security profited big time off Lou and Bailey's attacker, making a deal with the Bailey group. Ijin barely glances at the assistant, but he's clearly processing this, and it's making him seriously suspicious. He just turns and walks away, dismissing the whole thing, and honestly, the speed is impressive. The assistant is left to explain, and she's like, I told you so, which is so satisfying to watch. Ijin's already out, but the assistant reveals he's heading to the game room to meet with the others. Someone asks Ijin if he's really meeting the guys, and he's already halfway down the hall. This dude doesn't mess around. The team is waiting, looking ripped as always, and they're clearly expecting some action. Ijin shuts it down, telling them it's over for today, and they all look confused. However, he tells them they did a good job, and you can tell he's keeping something to himself, something big. Okay, so our boy Ijin is having lunch with Yona, and things are already super awkward. Her dad, the super rich and intimidating CEO, is there, and he's immediately questioning why she hasn't touched her food. Yona tries to play it off, saying she doesn't feel well, but this dude straight up doesn't buy it for a second. He calls her out, saying her health is her responsibility. Talk about a cold dad. It's giving major tough love vibes. Yona sputters out an explanation, but it's clear she's hiding something, and it's making the CEO even more suspicious. He's staring at her plate, then at her, like he's piecing together a puzzle, and honestly, it's kinda creepy. Yona asks how he knows she's not feeling well, and the tension is thick. You can cut it with a knife. The CEO just gives her this knowing smirk, and it's clear he's got a whole other level of intel on what's going on. He's giving her the side eye, and Yona looks totally flustered, like she's been caught red-handed. This dude is playing 4D chess, and Yona is just trying to survive the lunch. No way this ends well. Yona is fuming, demanding to know why the CEO didn't even ask how she was feeling. The CEO shrugs it off, saying he assumed everything would proceed smoothly, but he didn't expect Ijin to be involved. Yona's thinking out loud, maybe that was the excuse the CEO gave to Ijin about her condition. She's lost in thought, then suddenly remembers something. It got her thinking about something else entirely. And then out of nowhere, the CEO suggests she study abroad for a while. Seriously. But it's a trap. He's planning to find her a suitable partner while she's gone, and she's not having it. Yona clenches her fist, totally enraged by this power move, and Ijin is watching the whole thing unfold. CEO glances over, catching Ijin's gaze, and his expression is unsettling to say the least. Yona straight up asks what. She's not about to let him dictate her life like this. This dude is playing hardball, and Yona is clearly not backing down, and honestly, this is about to explode. The CEO presses a hand to his face, looking shocked. Apparently, Ijin has never asked him for a favor before. Yona asks what's going on, and the CEO reveals he noticed a shift in her mindset recently. Yona's hands are clenched tight in her lap, and she's clearly trying to keep her cool. She's staring at the CEO, and her eyes are narrowed. She's definitely suspicious of his motives. The CEO smoothly suggests Yona is at the perfect age to start dating, and bro is pushing this hard. Ijin's face is unreadable, but his eyes betray a dangerous intensity. This dude is not amused. Yona is completely taken aback by the CEO's forwardness, and she's speechless for a moment. The CEO's unwavering gaze is intense, and Yona looks increasingly uncomfortable. It's a power play. However, another woman enters the room, looking confident and powerful. She's definitely in charge. She casually stands behind Yona, and the CEO gives her a knowing smile, like they're both plotting something. Yona weakly agrees to the CEO's request, but Ijin immediately steps in, looking absolutely furious. The CEO is unfazed, casually slipping a plate of food towards Yona. Talk about a power move. Ijin demands to know what the CEO is doing, and bro's voice is dripping with menace. Yona tries to smooth things over, claiming she just came for tea with her good old brother. CEO explains they're building ties with a family, hinting at profit. This is straight up business. He adds that business in the arms industry is tricky, and they're simply taking precautions. Yona smirks, looking confident, and it's clear she's playing a dangerous game. The CEO casually mentions someone is a pretty decent guy, but Ijin's inner monologue is savage. He thinks Yona chose this guy to win their grandfather's favor, and he is not okay with it. Ijin's convinced Yona is only after power, and he's laying down the law. This is getting intense. Ijin and the two suited guys are straight up blocking Yona, and she's asking what they're doing. They just tell her they're working, super nonchalant, but Ijin's expression is saying everything. Ijin's convinced Yona is using this guy to get on Grandpa's good side, and he's not having it. Talk about protective. Suddenly, a fleet of black cars speeds down the street, and Ijin's looking right at them with a serious stare. Yona's in the car looking out the window, and she seems lost in thought. What's she planning? She's clutching her bag tight, but her expression is unreadable, like she's bracing for something big. Ijin's still watching the cars go, and his face is stone cold. Our boy is definitely plotting revenge. He's convinced Yona only cares about power, and he's determined to stop her no matter what. However, Ijin's inner monologue reveals he's already got a plan brewing. This is getting good. He's gonna prove Yona wrong, and honestly, this dude is about to unleash a whole new level of chaos. Okay, so it turns out Yonho Sin has been watching Yona since she was a kid. Creepy, right? But it's not like he's trying to care for her, it's straight up control he wants. Things weren't so bad when Yona's dad was around, but now this dude just manipulates her however he pleases. He's even the one who pushed Yona into that student exchange program overseas. No way. Ijin demands to know the reason, and bro, you can see the anger building in his eyes. Ijin's expression is intense, and honestly this whole situation is about to explode. Mr. Sin's bodyguard steps up, telling the school official this is totally uncalled for, but it's already escalating fast. The official demands a formal complaint be filed, but Mr. Sin straight up interrupts, saying he already handled it with the chief secretary this morning. The security team arrives, looking intimidating as heck, and one of them declares they are security experts as well, like anyone asked. We get a super close-up of the security team leader, and honestly, this dude looks like trouble with that smug grin. Security team continues to glare, radiating serious tension. They're clearly not backing down from whatever's happening. The scene cuts to a woman, and she's clearly upset, demanding they stop, but it looks like it's too late to de-escalate. She's begging them to stop, and you can see a tear rolling down her cheek. This situation is way more serious than it looked. Mr. Sin's bodyguard is standing firm, seemingly unfazed by the woman's distress, and that's just cold. The woman's plea hangs in the air as she says, "Please, that's enough, but will anyone listen?" Our boy is definitely making an impact, as the woman is visibly shaken and clearly overwhelmed by the situation. The woman, clearly a VIP, demands an escort, and Mr. Sin's security team immediately forms around her. The security team leader glares at anyone who looks at them. Seriously, this guy is intense. They march forward, protecting the woman, and she gives a small, grateful smile to the team. The security team confidently leads the way, declaring they'll escort her, like it was ever in question. We get another glimpse of the woman, and she's trying to maintain composure, but she's still shaken up. The group walks past the school building, and honestly, the whole scene feels super high stakes right now. The woman straight up looks back, a hint of sadness in her eyes. Something's definitely bothering her. She seems to be gathering her thoughts, preparing for whatever she's about to face, but what could it be? The woman's expression is unreadable, but she's clearly in charge, and everyone around her knows it. The final shot is a close-up of her, and she's radiating power. This is one woman you don't mess with. Everyone's wondering where Yona and Seokju are. Like, seriously, where did they vanish to? Someone's phone rings, and it's Seokju. Our boy's about to get some answers finally. He answers the call looking all intense and says he'll explain everything later, so mysterious. The guy on the other end sounds urgent, but this dude just keeps it short and sweet, promising details later. He hangs up, still looking super serious, and honestly, something tells me this is big. He's packing his bag like he's ready to bolt. No way this is a normal school issue. He glances at his friend, trying to look nonchalant, but his face says emergency situation. Seokju's got this focused, determined look. He's not backing down from whatever's coming. He's fully focused on the phone call, barely acknowledging anything around him. This is intense. And just like that, he's out, leaving everyone wondering what the heck just happened. The security team is losing it. They're straight up demanding answers about Yona's safety, and it's chaos. They're furious that someone switched Yona's bodyguards without consulting them, like seriously. One of the guys is yelling about how it's their responsibility to protect her, and things are escalating fast. Head of security is trying to maintain control, but everyone's losing their minds. It's a total uproar. But then the woman, the one in charge, calmly reveals she's sending Yona abroad. No explanation, just a decision. She's saying it's for Yona's safety, but it sounds like she's got her own agenda, and the team is not happy. One of the security team points out this goes way beyond just Team 3. Something bigger is happening. And honestly, the woman's just standing there looking down on them like she expected this reaction. She's basically saying she's doing what she needs to do, and they'll just have to deal with it. But this dude is not buying it. He knows she's sending Yona away to somehow benefit herself, and he's calling her out. The woman and the suited guy are walking, and she's dropping bombshells about Mr. Sin's security. It's a private military firm called Iron. She claims Iron is world-class, employing top agents everywhere, and Mr. Sin's been using them for a while now. The suited guy asks how Iron compares to their current security team, and the woman's response is basically, they're on another level. She's implying Iron is so good they're worth talking about, and our boy overhears, looking totally unimpressed. He's all ma'am, like seriously, that's his reaction to this whole conversation, and it's hilarious. He believes this whole situation was planned all along, and honestly, we think he's onto something. The woman says Mr. Sin signed with Iron early on because of his overseas projects. Sounds legit, right? But then she adds that Iron is a reputable firm of impressive proportions, and it feels off. The suited guy is asking about Iron capabilities, and the woman's giving a vague answer. Something's definitely up. She's saying they're remarkable, and that's enough for her, but our boy is straight up not buying it. The woman is laying down the rules. Everything has to be in plain text, no codes, no secrets. She believes Mr. Sin feared a spy with an SW security, which makes total sense given everything. Our boy is staring down the suited guy, and he's clearly not impressed with this whole Iron situation. The woman asks if the suited guy heard their conversation, and he just stands there, looking kinda stunned. She's giving him a knowing look like she's calling his bluff, and honestly, it's a little intimidating. The suited guy's face is a mess of confusion and suspicion, and he's definitely starting to sweat. The woman smirks, and it's a super unsettling expression. She's totally in control of this whole thing. She's got a smug look on her face, and she seems to be enjoying the discomfort of the suited guy. The suited guy looks like he's about to say something, but she cuts him off with that look. This dude is playing 4D chess, and everyone else is just trying to keep up. It's wild. Okay, so our boy Ijin is chilling in this weird waiting room, looking totally unfazed, while a couple of suited guys guard him. We get a quick flash of a sign, JHS25, but honestly, who knows what that even means right now. Ijin's getting summoned for something big, and she's looking pretty serious, like she's bracing for impact. Her boss straight up tells her she's leaving in 2 days, making arrangements for her to fly out. What a surprise. Ijin is shocked, asking what's going on, but the boss explains he's already made plans and she needs time to adjust. He drops the bombs. She'll be meeting a ton of people, and even a week wouldn't be enough time to prepare. No way. The boss is laying down the law, telling her to have everything settled before she leaves, basically getting her life in order. Jin is silent, processing everything, completely stunned by this sudden change of plans. The boss stares intensely, and it's clear he's not messing around. This is serious business. But Ijin is just blank, like she's trying to figure out what just happened, and honestly, same. The boss is laying it on thick. Ijin has a responsibility, whatever that means, and he slams a tablet down for emphasis. The tablet hits the desk with a thud, and Ijin's eyes widen. She's definitely picking up on the tension now. We get a super close-up of the boss, and bro is not happy, glaring intensely behind his glasses. Ijin staring back, her bright blue eyes huge with shock. Something is seriously wrong. She quietly acknowledges the responsibility, but her face says she's completely lost and overwhelmed. Suddenly, a banana milk carton descends from above. What is happening? And then another close-up of Ijin's eyes. They're changing like something's taking over, and it's kinda creepy. Ijin is totally different now, a cold look in her eyes, and it's clear this isn't the Ijin we've been following. She's sitting at a blue plastic table and someone, presumably the boss, is offering her that banana milk. But this isn't a peace offering, it's like he's triggering something and Ijin is now a completely different person. Ijin's trying to play it cool, saying she was just working out, but come on, that's a weak excuse. The boss questions how she can work out after security training almost every day, and it's a legit point. She tries to brush it off, but the boss keeps pressing. He's convinced something's up, and he's right. Jin casually slurps her drink, but the boss is clearly onto her, and she's not giving anything away. The boss is totally fixated on Ijin. Her expression is unreadable, and honestly, it's kinda creepy. She asks if they were mad she wasn't at school, and it's a total curveball. What is happening? Ijin reveals she was planning to show off her new skills, but it sounds like something went wrong, a big something. The boss looks genuinely disappointed, and Ijin's face is turning red. This is getting awkward fast. She leans forward, her hand resting on the table, and it's a super intense moment. The tension is insane. Something's definitely off with Ijin, and the boss is starting to suspect she's hiding a whole other life. Ijin straight up tells the boss she's even better than Seokju at times. Talk about confidence. The boss flinches, and you can tell Ijin's words hit him hard, like a gut punch. She's laying down the law, declaring she's gonna get Yihyun off her case, no matter what. Ijin's got this smug look on her face, and the boss is visibly reeling from her audacity. She casually sips her drink while making these threats. This woman is ice cold, I swear. The boss tries to regain control, but Ijin's completely dominating this conversation. Ijin's eyes narrow, and you can tell she's not playing games. She's dead serious. She's got this intense stare, and the boss is clearly intimidated. It's kinda scary. But wait, Ijin's expression changes to something almost playful. What's she planning? No way, she's smirking, and it's a clear sign she's got something up her sleeve, bro. Ijin explains there isn't much time to prepare, but she's got a plan. She's coming to see him. She finishes her thought with a sly smile, and the boss is left speechless, honestly. Boss is trying to piece things together, and his expression is a mix of confusion and suspicion. Suddenly, a man appears behind them. It's Seokju's older brother, and he looks seriously ticked off. Seokju's brother demands to know why Ijin requested this meeting, and she doesn't even flinch. Ijin calmly explains she needs his help with something, and the brother is immediately on edge. He tries to intimidate her, but Ijin just stares him down. This woman is fearless, I swear. The brother demands she explain herself, and she responds with a cryptic warning about a coming storm. He's clearly not buying it, and you can see the tension building between them. It's about to pop off. Then Ijin drops a bombshell. She needs him to find someone from his past, and it's a total curveball. Ijin tells Seokju's brother she needs him to find someone from their past, a mercenary named Ryo Seungho. Seokju's brother is shocked. Apparently, Seungho was a legend and disappeared years ago during a mission. Ijin explains she needs to find him because he's connected to the organization that targeted her and her family. Seokju's brother agrees to help, but warns her finding Seungho won't be easy. This dude's a ghost. Ijin says she's prepared for anything, then calmly tells him she's leaving and will contact him later. She walks away, and Seokju's brother is left staring after her. Something's off about this whole situation. Suddenly, Ijin turns on a dime and heads for the elevator, but Seokju's brother has already started to move. She steps into the elevator, and the doors begin to close, but then they suddenly clang open again. Ijin whirls around, and it's Seokju's brother. He's blocking the doorway and looks absolutely furious. She stares him down with ice-cold eyes, and it's clear she anticipated this. This woman is playing chess, not checkers. Seokju's brother straight up stops Ijin, telling her he heard she's leaving. Talk about awkward timing. Ijin doesn't even flinch. She just says sorry with this ice-cold stare like she's completely unfazed. But she's totally playing it cool, bro. Ijin's hiding something, and Seokju's brother clearly knows it.